Welcome back, basketball fans. We are here at Haws Gymnasium on the site of West Kentucky Community and Technical College. Mr. Paul Wingfield, there is a buzz in the air this evening. What do you say?
There is definitely a buzz. There's excitement for WKCTC, the West Kentucky Stars, to get their season underway. Fourth season for Coach Mike Chumbler.
Yes, sir.
And he is, I'm sure, going to have another run-and-gun atmosphere here at Haws Gymnasium.
Typically, we put up about close to 150 points a game for
exactly.
Coach Chumbler. So if you like three-pointers, you're going to watch a good show tonight. If you like a few dunks, you came to watch a good show tonight. This might be the most people I've ever seen in Haws Gymnasium, and I'm being serious. And we owe a big tribute to that to a man named Donny Rudolph. A lot of people are here for him tonight. There's going to be a very special tribute for him at halftime, so you definitely don't want to miss that. And again, we're celebrating. Our Breast Cancer Awareness Month is October as well.
Yes, absolutely, and always great to bring awareness to a dreaded, horrible disease for those who have dealt with it either personally themselves or family members, and glad to bring attention to that, closer to a cure for cancer than we've ever been in history, and we just need to continue to remind people of that and how they can help and maybe donate toward research.
Absolutely. Well, you tuned into a good one tonight, folks. West Kentucky Tech Stars versus Bethel Wildcats coming up shortly. We're going to try to get the coach in here on the show before the game starts. You're watching WKCTC Basketball Action.
The Work Ready Kentucky Scholarship offers 100% free tuition at West Kentucky Community and Technical College for courses that can prepare you for a great job in as little as 13 weeks. Get started at workreadykentucky.com.
Here's hoping you never go astray on life's highway.
Steve Warner and the West Kentucky Community and Technical College Clements Fine Arts Center. For tickets, visit artsandfocus.org.
Welcome back, basketball fans, here at Haws Gymnasium. We do not have Coach Chumbler here on the show. He's getting his team prepared for the game. It's rightfully so. This is the Stars' first game of the season, the new campaign. But Bethel University, they've already played 5 or 6 games. I'm not sure if they won or lost those games, but still just a little bit more experience than us already.
Absolutely. That will be interesting to see with this being our first game of the season, but it is always great to have that first game at home.
Oh, absolutely.
That gives you a little bit of an advantage there. You feel comfortable in your own friendly confines of Haws Gymnasium. So,
very much so.
And although Coach Chumbler couldn't make it over, he and I do have the same hairdo, so you can look at me and think of Coach Chumbler. Yeah, you can think of Coach Chumbler as you look at our similar hairdos.
Well, if you're not familiar with Bethel, they are from McKenzie, Tennessee, so not a very far drive anyway. Paul, how about let's do this before the official lineups begin, because we don't know if we'll be on the air for that. Let's go ahead and say our starting lineup.
Okay. All right, let's begin with our visiting Bethel Wildcats from McKenzie, Tennessee. You've got number 0, Reggie Lee. Number 3 will be Brandon Walker. Number 13, Rico Brittleman. Number 15, Jamarius Mayberry. And number 22, Kamon Garrett. And then for our West Kentucky Stars. We good?
We're good.
All right, our West Kentucky Stars. We're going to have number 2, Mike Carruthers. Number 4, Titus Fields. Number 5, DeAntrell Beard. Number 32, Al McFarland. And number 55, Marshawn Morrissey.
We will be right back after this short break.
West Kentucky Community and Technical College, we offer online classes that are flexible, affordable, and fit your life. Classes to help you make a better life for yourself and your family.
Half of the classes that I took at WKCTC were online. I took those because they were convenient, because they allowed me to go at my own pace, and they allowed me to work.
Online classes can allow you to start or advance your education while you are still working or taking care of your family.
I would say to people that are motivated and disciplined to definitely take some online classes at WKCTC.
My name is Jessica Smyrna, and I go to West Kentucky. A year ago, I was in a dark place, and West Kentucky has really helped me to become a better person, being a single mother with 2 children. I realized that working in that dead-end job was not going to make it, so I'm doing this for my children, and with the faculty and staff here, they have helped me tremendously. Every day, I'm a new person. Every day, I'm able to grow better and stronger inside and out. Where I was last year is not who I am today.
We are back here at Haws Gymnasium as the starting lineups for Bethel University just concluded. Let's listen in and hear the stars here. We'll just take a little break here. Listen in.
Starting guard number 2, Mike Carruthers. And guard number 4, Titus Fields.
Both of those 2 are freshmen this year.
Yes, sir.
Really a complete new look. Only 2 returners this year.
Only, yes, correct. Only 2 sophomores. Only one of those sophomores is actually starting tonight.
And he's from my neck of the woods, up in Madisonville, Kentucky.
Oh, very nice.
Al McFarland. Went to Madisonville North Hopkins High School. Most of these guys are pretty local. As you mentioned, you covered some in All-A around the area.
Yeah, I do some PA announcing locally, and I always do the All-A Classic each January. And with All-A schools, number 1 for the Stars, Dre Smith was a player at Fulton County. So I've seen him and announced him several times.
Well, I don't know about you, but I'm just glad basketball is back. And I like watching football, I like watching baseball, but there's just nothing like basketball.
I agree.
Especially in Kentucky.
Yes. We're in a basketball state.
That's right.
So you better love it because you're going to get a lot of it. But it's exciting to be here at Haws Gymnasium, first game of the season. And we'll see how these new freshmen mix in with our 2 sophomores and just see what the Stars have in store for us this season.
Very good. I think we're going small the whole game. We were just mentioning for the Bethel, their tallest player might be 6'4", if that.
Yeah, it's definitely a small ball lineup, no doubt.
But what that means is a lot of threes, and I love it.
Exactly. Yeah, you're going to see some threes thrown up. That's for sure. And as we mentioned with Coach Chumbler, you know good and well, it's going to be run and gun.
Yes. Well, Bethel with a tip. We start off here in a man-to-man defense. Always like to start off games in man-to-man. Get your blood flowing a little bit.
Exactly. And it's good to see how you're going to match up, too.
Good defense there.
Nice block there by Morrissey. And the Stars start out running.
It might take us just a little bit to get all these names down. As we mentioned, that everyone's new except for 2. So
exactly.
That was the lay-in by Mike Carruthers, number 2. And the first 3 of the game put up.
Nope.
That's what happens when you don't have a big guy inside. Anybody could get it. We got boxed
exactly.
out. Mike Trim won't like that at all. Especially a foul 90 feet away from the basket on Morrissey as well. Now, he's definitely our big guy in the middle. He's from Ellington, Missouri, and he's listed at 6'4" for us. So
very good. Yeah, it's small ball. There's no doubt.
Bethel with the 1-2-2 press here.
That foul was on Bethel's Walker, so that's his first and the team first.
Blocking foul there on number 13 for the Wildcats.
Brittleman with his first. And that's going to send Beard to the line for the Stars.
Nice little stroke there. I like it.
Yes.
I like it. Yeah. You know, he got this little arm sleeve on his arm. Most of the time that comes over the elbow on a shooting hand. Maybe just wants to keep his wrist warm, not his elbow
evidently.
too. I always like to make a point about all the shoes. It looks like their team has matching shoes, but the Stars, whatever you want to go buy, you can just wear whatever you want to.
Exactly. And Mike Carruthers has some very colorful ones. That's right. Standing there at the.
He's still supporting the old Paducah Indians back in the 69.
Those do look like Indian colors. Absolutely.
If you're unfamiliar, our school colors used to be red and white, but we've recently changed them to blue and gold. I guess you'd say, not yellow, blue and yellow, blue and gold. 2 for 2 for Beard. I like a good free throw shooter. Those are easy points.
Absolutely.
Wide open.
You got to have them.
Nice pressure there. Force a turnover, hopefully.
There we come.
Oh, number 4, Titus Fields. He wasn't afraid of the contact, but he went down hard. And I like it when they pop right back up.
Absolutely. Fields will be at the line shooting 2 after that foul.
I believe the foul was on 22. They called it on.
So Garrett of Bethel with his first, and I guess that's 2 team fouls.
Titus Fields, he's short. He reminds me of like Tyler Eulis from the Wildcats a few years ago.
Yes, he does.
A small point guard. 1 for 2 at the line.
Rims out on the second shot.
Stars with a quick 5-0 lead. Still in the man-to-man defense. Another 3, but another offensive rebound. They might get Al on that one. Al McFarland there with the foul.
And that's his first.
Another 3 put up by the Wildcats. At least they're unsuccessful here so far.
Yeah, they've had some open looks. They just hadn't had anything fall yet.
They're going to keep shooting.
Yeah, they're got a lid on it right now.
There we go, finally. I believe they probably already got 6 or 7 offensive rebounds. I know that'll all be addressed at halftime.
Absolutely. See the Stars out of bounds here on the side. See if they've got any kind of special setup on this out of bounds play.
Our first 3 attempts off the mark this year.
Coach Jonathan Stanley not pleased with something he saw on the floor for Bethel. So Coach Stanley in his 8th year, I think he's going to put in his first sub of the night.
That's right. Stanley Johnson for Bethel. He, like you said, 8th year. He recruited me out of high school. Just a real nice guy for the Bethel program.
Javante Ray checking in now for the Bethel Wildcats.
Did we get who that foul was on? I'm not 100% sure.
I did not.
That's why, folks, anything that we tell you is unofficial, and Gary McLean is the official stat book at the scores table.
Yes. Well, finally got us an offensive rebound. Couldn't put it back. Morrissey with a good board, but just couldn't finish the play.
That looked like a walk to me.
I would agree.
See, the ball never lies. It didn't go in.
Exactly. Exactly.
We have a lot of former coaches here. Well, not a lot of former coaches. Daniel Potts, who coached me here at West Kentucky Tech, he is here in the audience.
Okay.
A lot of high school coaches, too, I see, too. I think that's all showing tribute to Donny Rudolph here at halftime.
Nice block there by Garrett from Bethel. And I think we have our first substitute for the Stars coming in. That's number 1, Dre Smith. Again, a local product, played his high school basketball at Fulton County.
It's always great to have someone local. With Fields knocking in a three-pointer on the corner, he's got 5 points for the Stars.
Nice start here for the Stars, an 8-0 lead currently. Bethel having a hard time getting that ball to drop.
We're having a very hard time of boxing out.
They're killing us on the boards.
Practice won't be fun tomorrow, I can tell you that.
No, it's going to be a lot of blocking out drills.
There's always never any fun.
Mayberry looks to me like he travels almost every time he gets the ball, but they haven't called it yet. So
Mayberry's number 15, the lefty on the screen.
Yes.
They're almost with the steal. We're going to have something here, some type of foul. We were talking about the referees. We don't really know the referees' names, but they're all from around here.
Yeah, they
high school basketball.
I do some announcing for high school basketball in the area, and I've seen all of these guys at high school games, but I'm not familiar with their names either.
So hopefully you know their names. Send us a tweet.
Yeah.
Let us know.
You can tweet us, let us know who these guys are. I recognize their faces, but don't know the names that go with it. I think that last foul was on McFarland. If so, that's his second.
That's his second. Team second, too. He's doing all of it for us.
Yes. And Bethel gets a bucket to fall. Brittleman.
I like saying his first name better. Rico
Brittman.
Coach Schumber going to the bench here early as well.
Looks like number 22, Lamont Bell, checking in for the Stars. He'll be replacing Al McFarland, probably due to those 2 early fouls.
Well, there's a tall guy for us, number 15.
That is.
Well, he's wearing number 15, but we don't have a number 15.
No, I was looking on my sheet and was hoping you had number 15.
I think that would be Elgin Moore. Elgin Moore.
Okay. We had him as number 35, but maybe that's...
Maybe he didn't like that number we woke up
exactly.
this morning. He's the only guy above 6'3", 6'5", on the sheet I got. So he's like at least 6'8".
He is.
That's what he is.
He is tall.
From Sykeston, Missouri. Not quite sure what the stoppage of play here is for.
Not clear on that myself.
I don't think there's any blood or anything like that. Technical foul. Because of the number, I bet.
Oh, that could be. You are probably right, Jacob. I bet you are.
Elgin Moore. Yeah, because he's supposed to have a 3 in front of that 5 instead of a 1.
Probably entered wrong in the official scorebook. And if your number is wrong in the scorebook and you enter the game with a different number than what's in the book, that is an automatic technical foul. And so they are shooting that. Number 2, Brandon Van for Bethel will shoot the technical free throws.
So, hey, we do know what we're talking about. He's supposed to be number 35.
Exactly. Should listen to us.
He got 0 for 2 right there. Good.
Yeah, technical foul didn't hurt us too much.
No, he made that last one.
Basket there by Garrett of Bethel.
His first basket of the game.
Brings the score to 8-5 with just under 16 minutes in the first half.
Good fast break here for the Stars. See if we can get something out of it. Nice take, but a nice charge there by Bethel. Number 10 took the charge. That's Javante Ray.
And the charging foul was on Lamont Bell of the Stars. his first, I believe the team fourth.
Full court press here from the Stars. Looks like we're just going to do a man-to-man defense. Check up your man.
Basket there, a three-pointer by number 15, Mayberry. Well, they counted it as a 2. Looked like a 3 from here, but they said his foot was evidently on the line. So just a 2-pointer, which is good for the Stars. We're still up by 1.
Jamarius Mayberry, he's one of the few sophomores for the Bethel team as well. Sophomore.
Devin Copeland just checking in for Bethel, number 33.
Bethel still in a man-to-man defense here.
Yeah, both teams going man-to-man since the opening tip.
Good little pick and pop there by number 3 for us, Alex Van Hook. He's from Greenville, Kentucky. Looks like we should try to get this ball in the middle here of our 6'8" center. And instead, a 3 that's off the mark by Bell. There, put the big guy in, get us a rebound.
The big man helped us there on the offensive board, keeping them from getting it. Oh, nice fast break. And nice basket by Lamont Bell.
His first basket of the season, 2 points. Good defense there by the Stars.
Yeah, I believe the pressure there put on by the Stars caused a turnover, and it'll be our ball.
Nice little replay here on your screen. Nice finish there by Bell. Good movement off the bar here for the Stars. Off some screens. Got to be able to finish inside, though. That might come with our size, too. But they're not very big either.
Did everything right except hit the shot. And we got a foul.
Question is if it's on the floor. I think it will be.
Foul's on number 15, Elgin Moore. I believe that will be his first.
Number 20 into the lineup for the Wildcats.
Coach Stanley putting in Terrell Brown for Bethel.
Nice little handoff, another 3. You know, they've shot quite a few, but they haven't made one yet, I don't believe. Nice look ahead from Elgin Moore. Stayed with the play, saves it. Van Hook with the 3. Nice rebound again by Elgin Moore.
He has made a big difference.
Looky there.
On the board and now on the scoreboard as well. He has made a big difference in rebounding for the Stars ever since he came in.
That's right. From what I'm seeing, why didn't he start the game?
Exactly.
He's got a motor.
Yes.
It's always great to see.
Called that one, I believe, on Van Hook. So number 3 for the Stars, I believe, with his first personal foul, and I think we're up to 6 team fouls, so the next one will put them in the bonus.
At the line for the Wildcats, Javante Ray. Or Javant Ray. Bethel 1 for 3 at the line.
Our other sophomore, Jashad Fleming, checking in, seeing his first action of the night for the Stars.
You know, I could be wrong here, but I think this might be his first action as a Stars. He was here last year, but I don't believe he ever played.
But I think he's injured quite a bit.
I think he was injured
during last season. And he gets in and fires away, but misfires.
Good defense again by the Stars. We're firing out. But a 3 here for the Bethel Wildcats.
Nice 3-point basket by Javante Ray for Bethel. Jamison Hicks for the Stars goes up and gets fouled. He'll step to the line and talk about colorful shoes there.
That's right.
Check out Mr. Hicks' shoes there at the line.
Very much so. If he wears shoes like that, he's going to be talked about.
Absolutely. You better have a game to back those shoes up.
We're talking about the yellow shoes from number 52, Hicks. He's from Elizabethtown, Illinois.
Elizabethtown, Illinois. Very nice. Number 5, Marius Reeves, checking in now for the Wildcats. Hicks with his second free throw. He hits them both, and the Stars lead 14-11.
Nice looking stroke there by Hicks. Very good.
That was nice.
Stars 5 for 6 at the line. We like to see that. But again, those offensive rebounds for the Wildcats have kept this game close so far.
Absolutely, they have, and Moore has been taken out of the game, and he was really seemed to be helping the Stars as far as rebounds were concerned.
I think that foul was on McDonald, as you previously mentioned. They will be in the 1-and-1.
I believe you are correct. Quincy McDonald, I think his first personal foul. 7th team foul. Puts Bethel in the bonus. Mike Carruthers will be checking back in for the Stars.
At the line for the Wildcats, Terrell Brown. Missed the front end. Glad to see some good ball movement here from the Stars. 3 there for Fleming off the mark. Nice job again by Hicks.
And that will be the 7th team foul for Bethel, so the Stars now go into the bonus. And Hicks will be at the line. 1-and-1.
He was just there, made 2 for 2. I don't want to jinx him.
Wow. He has a nice stroke for a big man especially.
You know, if you notice this, it's a nice rotation. He almost takes his left hand completely off the ball if you watch here.
Absolutely. Yes, he certainly does, right before release, but he has a smooth stroke right there. Very nice for a big man.
You don't normally see that from a big guy.
DeBarian Marcel, a little excited there with a 3-point air ball. Marshawn Morrissey checking back in for the Stars.
Good defense there by Jashad Fleming.
Absolutely. I'm sure he's excited to be in a ball game.
Oh, man, yes.
Being here, this is his 2nd year, and as you mentioned, hardly any, if any time at all last year due to injury. So I'm sure he's excited to make his debut in Haws Gymnasium.
Many people from the Paducah area know high school sports as being in Region 1. He played at Region 2 at Union County.
Basket there for Bethel by Reeves.
His first basket of the game. See what Morrissey can do. Nice spin move.
Very nice.
Backside rebound by Fleming. Got to finish. Very nice.
And he finishes it that time.
First basket of the game for Marshawn Morrissey.
Worked hard that time. He deserved that bucket.
Good.
Traveling called against Bethel. Turnover, going to give the ball back to the Stars. Just a little over 12 minutes remaining in the first half.
Nice replay here by Morrissey. Seam goes up strong there.
That is, yes, always encouraging. He was working hard underneath the board. He deserved that bucket. Mr. Morrissey again.
Morrissey got a little confidence going here.
Absolutely.
You know, he started the game not very confident. I think that, you know, Coach Schumber took him out, put Elgin Moore in. Like, whoa, look at this motor that he plays with. I can do that too, my teammate players. You know, great players make, you know, other players better.
Absolutely. No doubt. Number 4, Titus Fields checking back in for the Stars. Reeves at the line for Bethel.
Be his first free throw attempt. Off the mark again. The Wildcats are shooting 2 for 6 at the free throw line.
Oh, nice drive and move there by Titus Fields, who just came back in. And on the other end, Bethel turns it over.
And we get right back to him. This might be a dunk.
Oh, my.
It's not a dunk unless it goes in, right, Paul?
That is correct.
Okay.
It was a real hard slam off the back of the rim.
It wasn't like he wasn't up high enough or anything like that. But just lost the ball in the air. You never had that trouble, though, before, have you, Paul?
No, I have not. I have I touched the net once.
Yeah.
Well, a foul on the other end of the floor is going to bring us back down to the Stars' end, and we're going to be 1-1 situation. Lamont Bell at the line.
This will be Lamont Bell's first free throw attempt. He does have 2 points so far in the game. And how many socks does he have on? Oh, my goodness. He's definitely supporting Nike.
Absolutely. His are not colorful. They're just plentiful.
Yeah. He's definitely matching all things white.
He's looking good. Looking good.
Makes it look better when it goes in.
Absolutely. And drops 2 free throws to extend the Stars' lead to 11. And Al McFarland checking back in. I believe he has 2 personal fouls, so he's going to have to be careful not to pick up that third.
That's right. The Stars are shooting 90% from the line, 9 for 10.
Oh, that's awesome.
This first half.
I think that foul was on Bethel's number 15, Mayberry. And again, that's going to bring the ball down to the Stars' end of the floor with a 1-and-1 for Al McFarland.
Al McFarland, again, one of the leaders on this team, as he is one of 2 sophomores from Madisonville, Kentucky. Just off the mark. Still a man-to-man for the Stars. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Exactly.
Don't change it.
They've held them to 13 points so far, with nearly halfway through the first half.
And that might be on Beard, number 5.
And indeed, you are correct. DeAndre Beard, 9th team foul, almost in the double bonus the next time around. Rico back at the line.
That's right.
With 2, but he misses the first.
Rico has 2 points for the Wildcats, looking for number 3. And again, they're 2 for 7 at the free throw line.
They've had a hard time finding the bucket down on that end of the floor. I hope we don't have that same problem when we shoot at that end.
There might be a lid down there.
It's kind of looked that way.
Especially for the dunk, too, that was missed. That was a very soft foul.
Very soft. Looks like basket's going to count. Foul, I believe, was on Carruthers.
On plays like that, you don't want to be dirty, but you don't want to just barely graze the person and still let them, get the shot off. You definitely don't want to be dirty and take them out, but you don't want to let them get that ball up either.
Absolutely.
That's too easy of a possible 3-point play.
DeBarian Marcel checking in for Bethel. He's number 11. And Terrell Brown, number 20, will try and complete the 3-point play, which he does. And they have cut the Stars' lead to 8.
And again, just more people coming into Haws Gymnasium.
This is awesome. Very exciting, I'm sure, for the players to see this kind of support here in their opening game.
And we should remind you, the next home game is next Tuesday night, 7 o'clock.
I hope we'll have the same kind of turnout for that one as well.
Very much so. There's one way to do it, and just win. If you keep winning, people come out.
Exactly. The excitement continues to generate and grow as you win.
Beard off the mark. He has 5 points.
22, Carmen Garrett checking back in now for the Wildcats, number 22.
One of the things I'm looking forward to most at our halftime tribute of Mr. Don Rudolph, the very first player he ever recruited will be speaking, Mr. Peyton Croft. He's the head coach at Trigg County High School in Region 2. He played here back in 2005.
Oh, well, that's exciting. I'm glad so many of the former players are going to be here to honor Don and Rebecca during our halftime tribute.
Coach Taylor Johnson very coaching up his team over here right in front of us. We can hear everything saying. And a travel, I believe they call.
I believe they did call traveling on that play. That's going to be a turnover for the Stars, and the Wildcats down by 6. take the ball back to their end of the floor.
Making a little comeback here. They're trying to get that lid off that go.
They definitely have struggled with that, but they're starting to find their rhythm now. Basket there by Garrett.
Daryl Brown.
Sloppy pass and a steal.
See, we made that more of a tough finish. It wasn't dirty. We still just went up and
absolutely
contested the shot.
Foul was on Morrissey of the Stars, and that's going to send Garrett back to the line. Both teams in the double bonus now. He'll be shooting 2.
Garrett has 4 points. First trip, though, to the charity strike. Makes the first.
And the Wildcats have gone on a little bit of a run here, Jacob. Wasn't too long ago we were up by 11 points, and they, pending this free throw, have just now cut it to 2.
They trimmed it down pretty fast here.
Absolutely they have. And come out with a little full court press as well.
You know, and we're still trying to figure out our Stars team too. Who are we going to go for? Go to when we need a basket.
Yes, sir. And Marcel with a basket there, and Coach Chumbler has seen enough. Coach Chumbler calling a timeout, 9:03 remaining in the first half.
Just a 30-second timeout. We'll just stay here with them. We'll talk about so the pace of the game. I think that the pace of the game is really benefiting the Wildcats here.
I would agree. I definitely would agree. It seems like you were talking about earlier, Stars still trying to identify themselves, see who their go-to guys are going to be. As we mentioned in the pregame, Bethel, this is their 4th or 5th game already.
Exactly.
So they have identified that for their team, and you can kind of see that experience in early season play giving them a little bit of an advantage here as they have come back to tie this game at 25.
Very much. I don't think we've shot enough threes from my perspective, but I don't know. We might not have good three-point shooters. We're still trying to figure all this out.
Exactly. We're still trying to find our identity as a team this year. Again, only 2 sophomores for the Stars, and then the rest are freshmen, so we'll just have to see how things gel and come together.
Right.
But we have definitely seen Mr. Morrissey.
Whenever he gets the ball now, he's got a little bit more confidence and goes up strong.
Absolutely, and you love to see that.
Yes, sir.
He will be at the line for the Stars, and he'll shoot 2.
Has 4 points so far.
Love to see that young man, though, being aggressive. He gets that ball and takes it to the hole. Number 12, P.J. Perry, checking in. That'll be his first action for Bethel tonight.
Morrissey looking for point number 6 with this free throw. Very good.
Impressive free throw percentage for the Stars thus far.
Very much. We know we shoot those at the end of free throws. I can promise you that.
Absolutely.
Another three-pointer for the Wildcats. They're starting to warm up a little bit, Paul.
Chandler Malray with a 3-point basket for Bethel, and Malray, that's his second three-pointer in a row.
Good strong move by McFarland. But a better finish there by Hicks. He's got 6 points now.
Absolutely. Mr. Hicks in the right place at the right time for the tap-in.
He might be the ball magnet for the team.
He may be. You always want to have one of those.
Right. See if we can finish here. Titus Fields. Want to absorb that contact a little bit more.
Mr. Morrissey going in strong. Offensive rebound, follow-up, basket, and a foul.
Watch this nice replay here. Nice offensive rebound. Morrissey, go up strong, big fella. Very good.
There he is. Beautiful. Terrell Brown, number 20, checking back in for Bethel, as well as number 10, Javante Ray.
As we have a short moment here for these free throws, I want to give a shout out to the people in the truck, as I like to say, the people that make us look good, and
which is a tough job, and they do it well.
Job for me. That's right. Dan Shepard, Brandon Story, Lawrence Johnson, Chris Adams, thank you guys for y'all's hard work. And
absolutely.
Making it be able to watch, let the people at home watch this game today. You might see us, but we're not doing anything. We're just talking.
So we got a foul on the floor.
Terrell Brown at the line. He is 1 for 2 there this evening with 3 points. Add on to that.
Second one is no good. Stars back up by 3 with the ball.
Trying to bring a trap there for the Wildcats. And Beard goes right through it.
Very nice. Very nice drive and finish there by Deontrell Beard.
Team leader right now with 8 points.
Basket on the other end by Terrell Brown. And then a steal by Bethel.
There comes a
have the
three.
ball back. He's thinking, he's shooting.
No rotation whatsoever on that
None.
basketball. That's not going to go in very often. Good rebound by Morrissey. Looks like he got popped in the face.
Yes, it does. And they did call a foul. Sometimes you get popped in the face, and that's all you get is popped in the face. But they got a foul this time. Again, both teams passed the 10 foul per half mark, so both teams in the double bonus. And Mr. Morrissey at the line again. He'll shoot 2.
When that happens, it really makes the game go by slow. You know, the more fouls you got, more free throws.
Absolutely, it absolutely does. But fortunately for the Stars, the free throw line is where you want them to be tonight. Just an unbelievable free throw percentage thus far by the West Kentucky Stars.
That's right. From my calculations, it looks like both teams have hit 2 threes apiece.
Okay.
I know they've shot a lot more than us, though.
They
4 for
have.
5 at the line.
Yes, it would be a different game if they had several of those threes fall, because they are seem to be a 3-point shooting team.
And they might have hit more than 2. Unofficial stats, what I provide. Good rebound there by McFarland. Push ahead. Go and grab that. We're going to stay. Oh, no, we're going to change it. I thought they might keep it with
the referee
Stars.
pointed our way first and then decided no, they're going to give it back to Bethel. And Coach Stanley for Bethel going to send back in Terrell Brown, number 20, for the Wildcats.
For the people watching at home, you can see the people in the stands, just in front of you. But where the camera's at as well, there's just as many people there. But let's take a short break here, and we'll be back with WKCTC basketball action.
Here's hoping you never go astray on life's highway.
Steve Warner and the West Kentucky Community and Technical College Clements Fine Arts Center. For tickets, visit artsandfocus.org.
We are back here at Haws Gymnasium. Wildcats just inbounded. We were just talking about our home schedule this year. Again, unofficial, I'm not 100% sure. I think we'll have like 7 or 8 home games this year.
Yeah, folks need to make sure and come out and support the Stars. Limited opportunities here at Haws Gymnasium, so hope you'll make every effort to be here. Basket there by Marcel of Bethel, and that cuts the lead to a 3-point lead for the Stars.
And again, we'll say it again, next Tuesday is a home game for the Stars. Would love for y'all to watch and listen to us, but come see it in person. Support this team. Support this basketball club.
Nice look there by Morrissey. Unfortunately, McFarland could not quite finish the dunk, but there is a foul on the play. A lot A lot of the Bethel University players and coaches and fans did not see that foul.
Yeah, that always happens like that, doesn't it? It always happens like that.
They did not agree with that particular call, but it was a call nonetheless. McFarland at the line for 2 and unfortunately misses free throw number 1.
Oh, he's 0 for 2 there tonight. Does not have a basket yet, but it's going to change right here.
Oh, every part of the rim, but just did not go down.
Wouldn't have counted anyways, I don't believe.
Looked like there was some kind of a lane violation. Another 3-point attempt. And a nice follow-up there by Rico Brittleman.
4 points.
4 points for Rico, and they have brought it back again. Close game. Exciting game here at Haws Gymnasium. 1 point lead right now for the Stars.
5 minutes till halftime. I want to say again, stay tuned.
The Stars hit another 3. Number 4, Titus Fields with a 3-point basket. And almost a steal at the other end. And it looks like we're going to have an over the back on the rebound. DeAntrell Beard. And again, with both teams in the double bonus, that's going to send Javante Ray for the Wildcats to the line, and he'll shoot 2.
Again, folks, you want to definitely stay tuned for the halftime presentation here this evening as we honor Donny Rudolph, who's been ill for some time now. So we want to, the president, Dr. Reese, is going to be here to address the crowd and to address you guys at home too. We're going to bring it to you live, so be sure and check in.
Absolutely, don't want to miss that. Great man, Don and Rebecca, a great couple, mean a lot to WKCTC for all the work that they've done and hours and years of service they've given to the college here. So Please tune in.
And that's right after halftime. As soon as the halftime buzzer sounds, we'll go to a break, and it might take us a few minutes to set up the podium and stage, so just bear with us, but we will be coming back on the air.
Got another foul on the play called against the Stars. I did not catch who that was on, but at the line for Bethel will be Javante Ray, shooting 2.
3 for 5 at the charity strike this evening. 6 points total. He has a 3-pointer to go along.
And looks like Bethel's going to bring a player in, but he must be coming in for the shooter because they waited for the second shot to take place, and that's number 23, John Kolbert, checking in for the Wildcats here in a tie ball game. Just under 5 minutes remaining in the first half.
Nice look ahead there to Alex Van Hook. Another 3-pointer for the Wildcats, up no good. Nice rebound there by Elgin Moore.
Telling you, Elgin Moore, he makes a difference on the boards every time he comes into the game. He is a rebounding machine.
A good-looking drive. Want to finish that. Wildcats out and run again. Tied up at 39, about 4 minutes to go. Nice drive down the middle of the lane. Lost it. See what kind of out-of-bounds play they have here. A lot of times you get the out-of-bounds play. The most dangerous player is the person taking the ball out of bounds.
That's
he
correct.
Can come right
He's
back in.
Oftentimes not accounted for as he comes back in and can get an open shot off. They did not go that way this time. And Elgin Moore had the rebound, but it was knocked away. And now has this one. And the Stars come back to their end.
He got several rebounds. Good looking take.
Good looking take there by Dre Smith, but couldn't get it to drop. Under 4 minutes remaining in the first half.
Here comes another 3-ball. No rotation whatsoever, but it goes in.
DeBarian Marcel with a 3-pointer, and that gives the Bethel Wildcats a 3-point lead.
His first 3, 7 points for the game for Marcel. See how the Stars respond here. First time trailing in this game. As we mentioned, we started out like 8-0, I think, or something along those lines.
Yes, we did, yeah. And I think our biggest lead may have been 11 or so, if I'm remembering correctly. But at this point, things have changed. Dontrell Beard will check back in for the Stars.
Nice little pull up there. Left-handed stroke.
And again, Mr. Moore with another board. And the Stars bring it back to their end.
Dre Smith with a nice cut to the basket. Out again.
Dre has done some nice moves away from the ball, just hadn't gotten one to fall yet.
You know, a 50-50 ball there. I like our hustle.
Yes.
It's going to go the Wildcats' way, but I'd like to see number 22, Lamont Bell, on the floor there. Those kind of plays don't show up in the stats book, but those kinds of plays win games.
Absolutely.
They sure do.
Another 3 ball. And this one falls for Brandon Walker of the Wildcats, and that extends the Bethel lead to 6 points.
His first 3 of the game, his first bucket of the game. Looks like they're in a zone here, a 1-3-1 it appears.
The first time that I've seen that. They've been man-to-man most of the night. Dontrell Beard misses on a 3.
Stars
and Bethel goes the other way. And another 3-point attempt.
Got to keep them off the offensive rebound.
Yes, it would be interesting to know how many offensive boards that Bethel has tonight.
That's a stat we don't keep, and neither does Gary. I don't believe he keeps it either.
Foul there on Bethel's number 2. I believe they called it on. Brandon Van. And that's going to send Lamont Bell to the line for the Stars, and he'll shoot 2. First one falls. Rico Brittman, number 13, will check back in for Bethel. And number 52, Jamison Hicks, back in for the West Kentucky Stars.
5 points here for Bell. He's 3 for 3 at the line. Trying to stay perfect. Mention his socks again. That's why he's perfect.
Exactly. Didn't work for him that time. A little slip there, and it's going to be a travel on Brittman, and ball will come back to the West Kentucky Stars.
Well, there's a little sweat there on the floor or something. I don't know why he tripped so easily, it seemed.
Yeah, he must be some kind of moisture there, because he slipped. Both feet just kind of went out from under him.
Normally at this time we'd bring out a towel, but I guess when you put your shoes together, it works just fine too.
In lieu of a towel, just use your shoes.
Looks like they're checking for Beard to see if he's got some blood on his thumb.
Yeah, looks like maybe he's going to have to check out for a moment with.
Is he holding his?
Now we've got a towel.
We got the towel.
There we go.
Good.
Beard will have to go out and get his hand attended to, some kind of cut with blood. So, and we're still continuing to clean up some kind of a perspiration wet spot on the floor. And as soon as that's done, towel has been moved back, and we're ready to inbound the ball underneath the Stars basket. We're going to have a offensive foul away from the ball called on the Stars. So we're just going to give the ball right back to the Wildcats. Right at the 2-minute mark, and Bethel leads by 5.
We're still in the man-to-man defense here. Curious to see if that's going to change in the second half. I don't know that we would change from that. Just pick up this pace a little bit.
Absolutely, yeah, and get maybe a little better ball movement. It seems like there's a lot of one-on-ones going on.
Better ball movement, take care of the ball better. A lot of turnovers.
Absolutely.
You know, you don't think about this kind of a stat, but who shoots more in a game? They've shot so much more than us. You think about the offensive rebounds too.
And there was another one and a putback. And all the things you just talked about. We turned it over. They went down and missed one shot, but again, an offensive board and a putback.
You know, you don't think about those offensive rebounds. A whole another opportunity. to go ahead and get another shot in. So.
Yeah, as you talked about, again, we don't have the stat on offensive rebounds, but the number of offensive rebounds that Bethel has been able to get, and then, as you just talked about, the subsequent shots.
That's right.
Because you're getting those offensive rebounds, eventually something's going to go in, and you're going to have what you have now, which is the Stars trailing by 7.
That's right. And it changed quickly.
It did.
I know we was ahead by more than 7 for the Stars.
Yes.
I know around the 10-minute mark we was around 25 points. So we haven't scored very much last 10 minutes or so.
No, we really have not. Still kind of, as we've talked about, first game of the season, kind of find our identity and who our go-to guys are going to be. And it all eventually will shake out, but they need it to shake out here hopefully as we get into the second half for sure.
I had a very wise high school basketball coach tell us, he's like, if you win your first game, you can't lose them all. And if you lose your first game, you can't win them all. So the first game is so important.
A lot of wisdom and truth in those words. Well, there's a takeaway.
Good little muscle strength there by Jason.
Absolutely.
Get that shot off.
Absolutely.
See the replay here.
Was able to.
Way to get on the floor by Bell. Dre Smith, the recipient of it, going to be going to the line for 2.
They definitely tried to keep him from scoring, and he still almost did, but at least gets to the line, and he'll shoot 2.
This will be, his first attempt at the free throw line, but he has 3 points. He knocked down a 3 earlier in the game. He's got some nice looking shoes, too.
Absolutely. Those are, he played for Fulton County, and some of those are almost Fulton County colors. Maybe he's representing his high school with
Can't really tell his shoes on y'all's screen at home, but they look good.
All right, hits both free throws, almost down to a minute in the first half, and Bethel still up by 5.
Again, stick with us after these commercials here right after halftime to watch the presentation show.
Another offensive board and a second three-point attempt, and on the second time around, they get it. 50-42, and clock running with 47 seconds remaining in the first half. And again, folks, don't forget this Don and Rebecca Rudolph presentation. Again, a man and a couple that's just had a great influence here at WKCTC. Basket there by Morrissey to cut into Bethel's lead.
12 points for Morrissey.
Marshawn Morrissey.
Nice drive and basket there by Terrell Brown.
Another 3 by Fields off the mark, but Morrissey's right there again.
Morrissey right there in the right place at the right time.
Chipping right back into this lead for us now. Coach Stanley very animated on the sidelines.
Yes, Coach Stanley for the Wildcats, very, very animated. Very into the game, pacing the sidelines, encouraging his crew. Brittman at the line for Bethel. He's going to be shooting 2.
He's 0 for 2 there tonight. 0 for 3.
And now 0 for 3.
He's at 6 points total.
And we've got Elgin Moore coming back in for the Stars, number 15, and number 11, DeBarian Marcel checks back in for the Wildcats. 6 seconds remaining on the clock for this first half.
I think Elgin Moore is going to get this rebound.
And
he got it, but
he did. It didn't count, but
he
you
goes
were
and gets
correct.
the ball. He's got a motor on him.
Absolutely. Yeah, the one redeeming quality we've had on the boards has been Mr. Moore.
Standing at 6'8". Gave him an opportunity, though. Knocks it down to free throw.
See what these guys can do here as the clock runs out. Oh,
it's close.
Dre Smith with a last gasp there. Three-pointer doesn't fall. 53-46. Your score at the half. Bethel with the lead.
One of the things that was valuable to me with the education I received with mechanical engineering is problem solving. I use problem solving every day, whether it be dealing with a personnel issue or whether it be dealing with something that's failed within the facility. Some of the reasons I came to WKCTC were, for one, the affordability, but then also the fact that there's fewer distractions here. My degree with WKCTC has been able to improve my life significantly because of all the extra resources that were available to me and a lot of the things I've been able to accomplish that I wouldn't have without this degree.
Here's hoping you never go astray on life's highway.
Steve Warner and the West Kentucky Community and Technical College Clements Fine Arts Center. For tickets, visit artsinfocus.org.
The Work Ready Kentucky Scholarship offers 100% free tuition at West Kentucky Community and Technical College for courses that can prepare you for a great job in as little as 13 weeks. Get started at workreadykentucky.com.
After I retired, I needed a purpose. The main reason I came back to school was to be a role model for my son. West Kentucky, they literally guided me all the way.
My name is Jessica Smyrna, and I go to West Kentucky. A year ago, I was in a dark place, and West Kentucky has really helped me to become a better person, being a single mother with 2 children. I realized that working in that dead-end job was not going to make it, so I'm doing this for my children, and with the faculty and staff here, they have helped me tremendously. Every day, I'm a new person. Every day, I'm able to grow better and stronger inside and out. Where I was last year is not who I am today.
Good evening. My name is Dr. Anton Reese, and I have the privilege of serving as president of West Kentucky Community and Technical College. On behalf of the WKCTC family, first, I would like to thank all of you for coming out and supporting our WKCT Stars opening basketball game. Give yourselves a round of applause. Thank you all so much for being here and for your support. This evening, we also have a special tribute and recognition to an individual that certainly for the WKCTC family and for many of you that you may know, Mr. Donny Rudolph and his wife, Rebecca Rudolph, who made incredible contributions and continue to make incredible contributions both on and off campus throughout their 10 years as educators. So tonight, we want to do a couple of things. As Donny is facing some serious health challenges, we want to do a reflection and recognition, and then I will have a special announcement to make. So to join me as part of that recognition and salute to the incredible legacy of Donny, Rudolph, and Rebecca, I will call first upon my colleague, former President, Dr. Barbara Veazey, to offer some remarks. Welcome, Barbara.
Thank you, Dr. Reese. I want to take us back several years now, and it was 2005 when Donny first approached me about starting or renewing a basketball program at then, it was the old days, Paducah Community College, but starting a basketball program again at West Kentucky Community and Technical College. Now, when Donny joined the college, he was a very well-respected teacher, basketball player, coach, principal. But when he came to us, he taught education classes. He came to the college in 1991 as an instructor, a faculty member for us. He did wonderful work in the classroom. But when Donny approached me about a basketball program, Donny talked about the need for a program at the college that would recruit young men into the college setting that perhaps would have never gone or would not go, and something that would engage those young men as well as our students and keep them involved throughout their school career. Donny had an advocate, I believed, as Donny did, but resources for basketball were very, very weak. Always we've struggled as an educational system in Kentucky to provide classroom instructors, laboratory equipment, many things that you think about that you need on an everyday basis on a college campus. But Donny believed in athletics as a way to get students, keep students, involve students. And he and Becky Rudolph made the commitment of giving of their own resources to start this basketball program. They committed scholarships for each student. They committed hiring coaches. They committed to housing. They committed to cheerleaders, cheerleader camps. It was their commitment financially that made it possible for us to start and restart a program here on this campus. I have to recognize Nancy Johnson, Tracy Jordan for the work that they did through the years with Donny and Becky, and there are so many others that I can't name tonight. But their commitment, I think we didn't realize at the time how very much they were giving, not only financially, but of themselves. Donny believed of that pathway. He loved the game of basketball, but he saw it as the way to educate our youth, keep our youth, and graduate our youth. So I applaud him. I recognize him from the bottom of my heart for the work that he did as an educator and as a human being. I thank and recognize and applaud Donny Rudolph and Becky Rudolph.
Thank you, Dr. Veazey. Next, we'll hear from a dear colleague, office mate for many, many years, Ms. Tracy Jordan.
Thank you. And everything everyone said, you can't really say enough wonderful words about the Rudolphs, in my opinion. But I was so afraid in '91 when my boss told me I was going to be sharing my office now with this retired principal. And I really was scared that night. You know, I'd be going to the principal's office every day. And so I met Mr. Rudolph the next morning. We made friends in about 30 seconds over farming and various things, and he is just so dear to me, and I know to many of you it's hard to make Mr. Rudolph angry, But I remember we were kind of thinking about turning the gym into classrooms for just a few minutes, the school was. And he came in and starts telling me the history of this gym, and Sonny Haws and all the people brought me over and showed me the trophy case, and I didn't know that. And he's like, we got to get this basketball team going again. And so he would give me jobs to do that I knew nothing about. But Mr. Rudolph, I think everyone knows, he's got your back, and if he tells you you can do it, you can. So he had me researching popcorn machines and scoreboards, and in that time, I think a lot of you are here tonight who know he was out looking at you. He was looking for the players he thought were a perfect fit for this school, and he would come into the office so excited when he thought he had found the right ones. And so what I want to say tonight again is that he is a good father to a lot of us, and we love him. I hope he knows that. Love Mrs. Rudolph, and I think that what they've done for our school and will be able now to continue doing through this wonderful project is just, beyond my belief. It makes my heart pound when I think about it. So I want some of these fine men to get to say some words too. I'll be quiet, but thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you, Tracy. There are coaches and there are coaches, and as a life coach, what better testament than hearing from some former players. I'll ask the three of them to come up, Peyton and Jacob and Matt. We'll hear first from Peyton Croft.
First of all, thank you, Dr. Reese, for the opportunity to speak tonight. Dr. Rudolph, Mr. Rudolph just really gave me an opportunity, and he said something to me that I won't forget. He said, if it wasn't for the game of basketball, he never would have gotten an education. And basketball is what kept him involved in school. And he wanted to give that same opportunity to people like myself, and then all the way down to the players that are playing for Coach Chumler today. And I don't think he could be any more proud than to see the program is where it is, under the hands that it's under. And I had an opportunity to visit with him actually in the hospital just before I came over here. And he asked about the team. He asked about how Bethel was going to be, because he really enjoys Bethel University as well. So this was a great game to be able to honor him. But as an 18-year-old young man, as we said, a lot of funds. It took a lot of funds from Dr. Rudolph, Mr. Rudolph, to be able to really get the program started. So as an 18-year-old young man, I saw a man that had big pockets. He had a lot of money. But as a 31-year-old man, I see that he had a big heart. And to give people like me an opportunity to get an education, now be a teacher and be a coach and try to mentor kids as he did me, I can't thank him enough. I can't thank Miss Rudolph enough for being a father and a mother for me for 2 years, allowing me to live in one of their rental homes as a student athlete here, and really got my start in life at West Kentucky Tech, as did many others. So it wasn't just me that he touched. He's touched hundreds of student athletes and really this college. So thank him, and thank you again, Dr. Reese.
Thank you again for the opportunity to be here. Yes, my name's Matt Snow. I was here in about 2005, and we played here on this gym in the intramural league before they had the program. And Mr. Rudolph approached us. He actually knew my dad from the past. He coached my dad in varsity basketball at Reedland High School. And my dad actually went on to play at PCC at the time. So he saw me and my brother have an identical twin brother and was asking us, would we be interested in this program? And of course, we were like, heck yeah, we'd love to play basketball. It was awesome because, we didn't expect that opportunity, and he was motivated to make it happen. And it was just so awesome to see the passion he had behind this sport and the motivation he had to make it happen. He was, putting up his own money. He was finding people on his own. I mean, it was just incredible. He was putting up his own apartment buildings, his own rental property for people to stay at. It was amazing. It was just absolutely inspiring to see the motivation he had to make it happen, and just so impressive. And a couple of major moments for me as far as how he changed my life. We had planned on going off to Lexington for college, but instead, when he started this program in my sophomore and junior year, he changed the trajectory of my life. I decided to stay here, pursue engineering here locally, and we had planned on going off to school. And then secondly, I actually met my wife at his rental property. So just awesome. And I'm just so thankful for the opportunity I had to play with this program and how he changed my life those days. So thank you again.
We'll keep this short and sweet for me. Just a few things that I want to say. Because of Mr. Rudolph, because of Miss Rudolph, we're able to watch a basketball game tonight. Because of Mr. and Mrs. Rudolph, I was able to get a free education. Because of Mr. and Mrs. Rudolph, I was able to continue my dreams, and I'm just speaking for myself. They've touched many lives, folks. They really have. Mr. Rudolph is a class act. There's no two ways about it. Because of Mr. and Mrs. Rudolph, I was given an opportunity, and many others as well. So for the rest of my life, thanking Mr. and Mrs. Rudolph for everything they've done for me. Thank you, guys.
So my first announcement tonight is the unveiling. Donny Rudolph was a member of the 1969 National Junior College Basketball Championship team. And it is only fitting then, Donny, as you're watching through the internet tonight, I want to bring forward the players to accept this trophy on his behalf. And it reads, on behalf of West Kentucky Community and Technical College, honoring Don Rudolph, coach, educator, and mentor. Bring Barbara up. Tracy, Barbara. This trophy will be permanently displayed as part of that legacy. And last but certainly not least, I'm incredibly proud to announce tonight, in honor of Donny Rudolph and Rebecca Rudolph, a fund has been established with the PJC Foundation in support of WKCTC. We want to combine Don's passion for education and basketball, and the proceeds from the fund will support the Future Educators, a scholarship established last year as part of the college's Regional Educators Award celebration and the WKCTC Basketball Club. So, PJC has put forth an initial gift of $5,000, has been earmarked to begin the fund and donations, which will assist in helping the fund to grow. When it reaches $25,000, an endowment will be established with the earnings to provide support into perpetuity, ensuring that Donny Rudolph's legacy as an educator, coach, and mentor will always be remembered. Donations to the Don and Rebecca Rudolph Fund may be made here tonight. We have some flyers right here on the table as you exit, and certainly you can also make donations to us online at westkentucky.kctcs.edu/giving. Thank you all so much for your support, your attention and time, and Donny, Rebecca, you are in our thoughts and prayers. Continue doing what you do best, cheering on the next generation of leaders, teachers, scholars, and basketball players. Thank you all so much. Thank you.
The Work Ready Kentucky Scholarship offers 100% free tuition at West Kentucky Community and Technical College for courses that can prepare you for a great job in as little as 13 weeks. Get started at workreadykentucky.com.
At West Kentucky Community and Technical College, we offer online classes that are flexible, affordable, and fit your life. Classes to help you make a better life for yourself and your family.
Half of the classes that I took at WKCTC were online. I took those because they were convenient, because they allowed me to go at my own pace, and they allowed me to work.
Online classes can allow you to start or advance your education while you are still working or taking care of your family.
I would say to people that are motivated and disciplined to definitely take some online classes at WKCTC.
Welcome back, basketball fans. We're here at Haws Gymnasium. Hope you was able to tune into that nice tribute there at halftime from Mr. Donny and Rebecca Rudolph.
That was a great tribute, Jacob. I was glad that you were able to take part in that. But as you listen to different people speak, the impact that this couple has had on lives is just amazing, and not just lives, but especially the basketball program here at WKCTC.
Absolutely, and it reflects with the people here. You know, we have support for our Stars basketball team, but there's more support here tonight because they knew what we was going to do at halftime. They wanted to show their respects as well. So,
absolutely, a great tribute to a great couple, and I hope the audience tuned in. If you weren't here able to see it live, I hope you tuned in to the live stream so you could see and hear all the positive and gracious comments that were made for the Rudolph family.
That's right. You know, sometimes we just love the game of sports, and sports can do so much for people, but, you know, the game of life is even more important at times, and there's a lot more important things around basketball. So.
Absolutely, and the Rudolphs definitely have impacted the basketball program here, but through that and through many other means, they have impacted lives, and that is, as you said, most important. We are counting down to the beginning of the second half. Might want to just hit a few highlights from that first half. Leading scorer for the Stars, Marshawn Morrissey, number 55, put up 14 points for the Stars, and a very balanced attack by Bethel. Leading scorer number 20, Terrell Brown, with 8.
Yeah, they have a lot with 6, 7, 8. You know, again, unofficial.
Yes.
At the end of the game, we'll have Gary McLean come up with the official stats. But, you know, they hit 5 threes in that first half, and I think they shot probably close to 20, if not more. So.
Yeah, they had a tough time. Seemed like there was a lid on the basket at that far end of the court. They took a lot of threes. Didn't make a lot of threes, but toward the end.
That's good for us.
Yes,
Maybe
that's
it was
definitely
our
good for us.
It might be our defense affecting it, but our defense was not rebounding.
No, that definitely hurt the Stars in the first half. Numerous times down the floor, they were giving Bethel second and third opportunities due to offensive rebounds, and that has led to a 7-point deficit for the Stars here as we are about to begin the second half.
Well, Paul, do you think that was probably what was addressed most at halftime?
That would be my guess. If we had been a fly on the wall there in the locker room, I bet Mr. Coach Chumbler had a few things to say about blocking out and not allowing Bethel to have 2 and 3 opportunities to score every time down the floor.
That's right. And, you know, with comes a lot of three-point shots like the Wildcats do. Those rebounds are long.
Right.
So, you know, it's a lot of those 50-50 balls. Who wants it more?
Absolutely. Yeah, when it's coming off the rim hard like that from a three-pointer, a lot of times it does come down, as you're talking about, to hustle.
Yep.
You know, who's going to get to the ball first, who wants it most. Going to begin with the Stars inbounding the ball at midcourt, and we are underway in the second half.
We're down 7. Let's remember that. Down 7. Let's
down 7 as we begin the second half. Let's see if we can cut into that lead a little bit here with our first possession.
Well, I don't think that was a person on our team.
That person over there in the stands was open, but there's no reason to throw it to them at this point.
Yeah. No jersey on that guy.
No
First
jersey.
possession, not too good for the Stars.
No, not wanted to cut into the lead, but instead started the half with a turnover.
Still with our man-to-man defense. I like that. Still going with that. You know, make our players play some good, solid defense.
And they've come out tough here.
Going to be a foul there, probably on Carruthers.
Looks like. Yep, foul on number 2, Mike Carruthers. That'll be the first team foul of the second half. And going to send number 22, Carmen Garrett, to the line for the Wildcats, and fouled in the act of shooting, so he'll shoot 2.
He's one of those people with a balanced attack for scoring-wise. Got 6 points.
And rims out the first one. So 1 free throw remaining for Mr. Garrett.
He was 2 for 2 in the first half from the free throw line.
And hits the second.
Again, a little full-court pressure here for the Wildcats.
See how the Stars handle that.
You always want to look sideline, middle, and then reverse it. So glad we got the ball in the middle. That's how you break the press.
Carruthers with a 3-point attempt, but comes up short. but comes back and hustles on the defensive end and involved in causing a turnover. So missed a shot, but hustled back and played some good D.
Let's see, what kind of defense is this?
Well, now,
excuse me.
They looked like they were giving the ball to the Stars, and then then the referee said, no, we're going to give it to the Wildcats. So they had to pull one of the Wildcat players out of bounds to do the inbounds pass.
You know, Paul, in games to come, and we get like a Three Rivers Community College in here or a Mineral area, they're going to have a big guy.
Oh, absolutely.
That's close to 7 foot tall.
Yes.
What are we going to do?
That's going to be interesting. Yep. Like we talked about before, I see in the future quite a bit of work and practice on blocking out.
Absolutely. And they'll have a full week to do it until their next home game on next Tuesday night.
And in the meantime, as action progresses here, Mr. Carruthers picked up another foul, and he has had to return to the bench for the moment.
Next Tuesday night, October 30th, not for Halloween, they play Southeastern Illinois. 7 o'clock. I believe that's, is that Harrisburg, Illinois? Southeast Illinois?
That sounds correct. Oh, nice move by Morrissey. Oh, basket and a foul. Chance for a three-point play.
You know, he shot good free throws here this evening. 4 for 5 at the charity strike and got 16 points.
Very nice. Foul there was on number 15, Mayberry, Bethel. And each team now has one team foul as we begin the second half. Morrissey with a nice stroke. He completes the three-point play, and that's nice to see. Cuts that Bethel lead to 4.
Little full court pressure of our own here. A little 2-2-1 looked like. Morrissey, hand down. I meant hand up to contest that shot. Got his hand up again to affect that one.
And unfortunately, we are picking up in the second half where we left off in the first half and giving Bethel numerous opportunities to score each time down the floor.
Picking up, but not a good way.
Exactly. not where you wanted to pick up in the second half.
I really like Titus Fields. I like his point guard ability. There's Rico.
Like Brittman and Morrissey kind of got tangled up there on the other end of the floor. And it looks like one of them is going to come away with a foul, and it's going to be Mr. Brittman, number 13, Rico Brittman.
But we like him, Rico.
We like Rico. Very nice guy.
Yeah, he was carrying off some of our props for the stage.
Yes, very nice for him to pick that up and help move that. And unfortunately, he was just trying to move Mr. Morrissey, and they called a foul.
Nice move by McFarland.
Very nice. Couldn't finish, but a very nice move. And McFarland, he may just be rusty. I mean, when you're out of ball for a year like he was with injury, it takes a little while to get it back going.
Very much so. Well, they're going to run the play called box. Everyone's yelling box down here on this end. That's not a secret to anyone, whatever box is.
And we're having trouble deciding whose ball it is and who's supposed to throw the ball in, but now, box worked pretty well for them. Box ought to be what they run each time when they have the ball under their own basket, because it gave them pretty much a free layup, which was made, and now an opportunity for a three-point play.
9 points here for Garrett. Going back to the line for the 5th time tonight. He's 3 for 4.
And another offensive rebound. That one by the shooter, Garrett. But
looks like we're going to. And see, now, correct me if I'm wrong. Garrett was shooting the free throw there.
Yes.
Garrett got his own rebound.
Got his own rebound.
From the free throw line.
From the free throw line. Somebody needs to be responsible for blocking him out. And he got down to the baseline. And fortunately for us, he was coming so fast, his momentum carried one of his feet out of bounds.
And again, rebounding. I know we might be harping on that, but you got to rebound.
Yes. If you're going to win a game, you cannot continue to give your opponent 2 and 3 opportunities to score every time down the floor.
Second chance points can add up, but third chance points and fourth chance points.
Exactly. It's too many chance points that have been given up thus far by the Stars. But fortunately for them, they're certainly well within striking range in this ball game, only trailing by 4.
So was it started the half? We were down by 7.
Down by 7. So we
chipping
have
away.
Chipped away. Now I thought.
Oh, okay.
A moment ago that basket counted, and when he got his own rebound and went out of bounds, he was trying for a 3-point play. They just had not put that up yet. So
the scoreboard is correct now. So
yes.
Still down by 7.
Stars ball now out of bounds, and see if we can get some momentum flowing in the Stars' direction.
They're really extending the pressure. We can get that ball in the middle, then it breaks everything down defensively.
And well, they're trying to do what you suggested, Jacob, and worked out well. Morrissey gets it down low, and he gets fouled. He'll be headed to the line shooting 2.
Morrissey's 5 for 6 at the line. Normally, you don't see that from a post guy.
You really don't usually see that from a big man, but as we have mentioned, he has a really nice stroke. You watch him here as he attempts these 2 free throws. That's the 4th team foul, by the way, on Bethel for this half.
You know, when you talk about somebody doing good from free throw line,
I think we may have jinxed him. We'll be careful. I'll be careful about that in the future.
I'll take the blame for that one.
Don't want to jinx our. Because that was our one redeeming quality for sure in the first half was our free throw percentage. Unfortunately, couldn't get either one of those to go.
Looks like an offensive foul. We was trying to go get the ball. We're finally trying to show some effort trying to rebound it, but you can't foul them.
Exactly. You still can't go over somebody's back to get the rebound. They generally will call that most of the time.
A good full court pressure, though.
Yes, almost had a turnover there. Bethel breaks it and shoots a 3 that rims out.
Got to be strong there. Good job, McFarland. Way to look ahead.
Nice. And, get in there. Dre Smith rolled the ball, hit every part of the rim, but would not fall into the basket. And kind of wild and woolly right now.
Right. I don't know. Maybe that kind of pace, though, would benefit us more. We haven't seen that yet.
I agree. That kind of pace is much more what you're used to seeing with the Stars, that quick, fast, up-tempo, up and down the floor. And I think you're right, Jacob. I think that would benefit the Stars. Foul there was on number 0, Reggie Lee, and that's their 5th team foul. So team fouls adding up quickly here for Bethel in the second half.
Mayberry with that rebound, limiting the chances for the Stars. He's their 3-point specialist, number 3, Walker. He had a couple in the first half. There's Mayberry.
Here comes another 3.
Good looking shot.
Yeah, finally just gave him only 1 shot that time down the floor.
Yeah, good things happen when you do that. I guess we might have called a timeout. Let's just take one as well. You are watching WKCTC basketball action.
Here's hoping you never go astray on life's highway.
Steve Warner and the West Kentucky Community and Technical College Clements Fine Arts Center. For tickets, visit artsandfocus.org.
After I retired, I needed a purpose. The main reason I came back to school was to be a role model for my son. West Kentucky, they literally guided me all the way.
All right, we're back here at Haws Gymnasium. Just over 3 minutes played here in the second half. And the outcome is still the same, still down by 7 points.
Hadn't been able, we cut a little bit into the lead, had it down I think at one point to 4, but then again this as we have mentioned several times, this rebounding has been an issue for the Stars, and going to have to improve in that area and just give these guys 1 or no attempts each time down the floor, and I think we'll be back in it in a hurry.
You know, Coach Schumberg used a lot of that timeout right there. You know, even when Bethel was completely ready to play defense, he was still in the huddle.
Yes,
so
he was.
He must have said something very important right here. Let's see what he said and see if we can get some points on the board. Like I said, the first 10 minutes of the game, we scored 25 points.
Yes.
And so the next, we're not keeping up the pace with that.
No. Looks like Dontrell Beard.
Here comes Elgin Moore. He might be my favorite player so far.
I would agree.
I guess I can't say that. I can't be biased.
No, I would agree. that he's definitely made an impact each time he's been in the game. No doubt about that.
And not scoring, guys. It does.
No.
Folks think, I got to score 30 points a game. No, you don't. Go get a rebound.
No, absolutely.
Because that's what we need.
Yes, and that's where we have definitely been hurting thus far this evening, and he's made a big impact on the boards when he's been in the game.
And I like this point guard, Titus Fields.
Yes.
He's dribbling the ball right now at the top of the key. Uses the screen. Pass over to McDonald.
Oh,
there we go.
Nice three-point bucket there by McDonald as the shot clock expired.
His first points of the year.
Nice drive and basket by Javante Ray of the Wildcats.
He's got 9 points, Ray. I thought Moore was really going to affect that shot inside, but still able to get to go down.
Yeah, we got a turnover down on the Stars' end of the floor, and Wildcats coming back our way.
We're going to have a little run here. We're going to see how Bethel responds as well. And they've been responding all night. Another offensive rebound.
Sounded like a broken record, but yes, another offensive rebound. And another offensive rebound.
Somebody in the stands, I think somebody got boxed out. I think it was in the stands. I'm not sure.
Unbelievable.
That's crazy.
This is 4 shots they've had this trip down the floor.
Is it 5 now?
And it's about to be 5. You can't get back into a ball game when you continue to give this many shots up down the floor. Finally, Mr. Morrissey grabs the board and gets fouled in the process. Foul on number 33, Devin Copeland of the Wildcats. And that's going to be team foul number 6 for Bethel. So a lot of time left in this second half, 15 minutes, and they are 1 foul away from going into the bonus.
I think that's a positive for us.
Absolutely.
If we can get in the bonus, we've shown to be a good free throw shooting team.
Yes. Definitely would work to our advantage to have a few.
Just a careless turnover there by Titus Fields. Still in the man-to-man defense here for the Stars. Their three-point specialist knocks one down.
Right there. Brandon Walker.
Number 3.
Number 3 for the Wildcats, and he hits a 3.
That's right.
Again, as Jacob mentioned, he seems to be their three-point specialist. And that extends the Wildcat lead to 9.
Comment forward. Nice take.
Nice drive by McFarland.
His first 2 points. Knock some more rust off, Al.
That's bound to feel good.
How does Bethel respond? Good. Hicks came in and boxed out. You see, I like that.
Absolutely.
Hicks came in, those shoes, he boxed them out. Those nice yellow shoes. The thing I looked at online, I believe had Jamison Hicks, number 52, who I was commenting with boxing out there at 5'9". I don't think he's that small.
I don't know.
I don't think that's right.
No.
He's not 5'9".
He's much taller than 5'9".
Maybe I was looking at someone else, but he's not 5'9".
No, he's definitely over 6 foot easily. And it looks like that was the 7th team foul. That last foul that was called.
That might be a record too.
To 17 fouls in less than 6 minutes. So again, as we talked about, hopefully that will be advantageous for the Stars and give them some opportunities at the free throw line.
Yes.
One going to be taken right now by McDonald.
As he just hit that buzzer beater just a few seconds ago.
And finally, an offensive rebound for the Stars.
But we give it right back, Paul.
But they follow it up with a travel and a turnover.
So, I really think this can be contributed. I never like making excuses. First game of the year.
Absolutely.
Got the jitters.
Yep.
But there's no excuse,
Exactly. But there is obviously some truth in what you're saying.
Bethel is about 5 or 6 games deep.
Yes. And then you can see that. I think you can see that in the play and on the floor.
Good take by Morrissey. He goes up strong.
He does. I like he is aggressive and takes that ball to the hole. And fouled in the process there. Team foul number 8 for Bethel, and he will go to the line and shoot 2.
Be interested to see here on the screen. Number 52 here, that's Hicks.
Mm-hmm.
See if he can move Rico. See if he can try to get a rebound, and hopefully he attempts to, but hopefully it just goes right in for Morrissey anyways.
Lamont Bell will check in for the Stars. And Dre Smith is standing over at the scorer's table, but he evidently is coming in for the shooter.
Well, Hicks got off the free throw line. He wasn't going to box out.
Exactly. There we go. And now Dre Smith, number 1 for the Stars, will check in. A little under 14 minutes and 5-point lead for Bethel.
Full court pressure once again here for the Stars.
Love to see a turnover and an easy basket or two here for the Stars. I think that might just change the momentum.
Very much. That was a good catch in itself there by Rico. But Dre Smith made sure he wasn't going to do anything with it.
Absolutely.
Once he got it.
Again, not anything dirty, but that's what you do.
That's right, yep.
You make sure this guy is
too easy for the Wildcats.
I'm telling you, that box play is a good one for them.
I think that might have been a walk before he called timeout. I'm not sure about that one. But another timeout. We'll just keep talking here.
Yeah, good timeout.
Like Hicks comes off the bench and Elgin Moore comes off the bench. They bring a sense that we haven't had tonight. It's just a motor that, like, I'm going to go make something for my team. That don't mean they're going to go dunk it or make a three,
right,
but get a rebound. That's what we need.
I agreed. And those two have made a difference when they've come into the game. Like you have talked about, it's not just about scoring.
No.
You know, there are many aspects to this game. Some which show up in the scorebook and some which don't. But tonight, we've needed help on the boards. And those two, when they have come in, they have made a difference in that regard.
Very much so. You know, as the camera showing the audience, it was a little bit more up close there. It's just, it is so great for this basketball club to have the support of, like, Dr. Reese. You know, a lot of, you know, if you're a student here, like, there's teachers here tonight. You know, there's,
absolutely,
like, you know, your faculty here. You know, that's encouraging to see for the support of this club.
It absolutely is. And again, as we have mentioned, just a great turnout tonight for this first game for the Stars here in Haws Gymnasium, and hope that'll continue. Again, that next game a week from tomorrow, October 30th against Southeastern Illinois. Oh, nice drive and basket by Dre Smith.
You've said that before, haven't you?
I have. I've announced that young man before when he was playing at Fulton County. And what many in the stands appear to think was a very ticky-tack foul called against Lamont Bell. Mr. Chumbler.
Yeah, they didn't like that, did they?
Mr. Chumbler there, Coach Chumbler, was asking for an explanation from the referee. He didn't see that foul either. But the referee did, and he's the one who gets to call it. So we have to live with it.
That's right.
Again, full court pressure by the Stars. Hasn't necessarily caused a turnover yet, but definitely is has caused Bethel to have to struggle getting it across and with their shot.
I might believe that number 22 Bell might get a technical for this.
He's a little upset. That's 2 fouls in the course of just a few seconds that were called on him, and he did not agree with either call.
No. You know, most players don't.
Of course.
You know, it's not like the referee's going to say, hey, you know what, the player's right, I'll reverse my call. That's not going to happen.
No.
So.
And here another foul on the Stars. That one, I believe, on number 32, Al McFarland. And that one's going to send Bethel to the line.
Garrett at the line, number 22, 3 for 5 at the free throw line this month. Tonight, he's got 9 points total.
And the first one is good. It's like we've got Jashad Fleming checking back in for West Kentucky Stars.
Good. Did he have that little pink thing on his elbow earlier? I don't remember
seeing that, but
maybe that's the change we need.
That might just make the difference.
Referee telling the players just to play ball here, and I agree.
Yeah,
I don't want things to get too chippy.
Yeah, kind of had gotten chippy here. I think Lamont Bell's reaction to his 2 quick fouls that were called, and the players kind of rallying around that, and unfortunately, Dre Smith with the turnover.
A steal there for the Wildcats. You know, I don't know, it might just be my perspective, but it looks like when they're on defense, they got their long arms out. I don't know if the length that they're longer, but they're getting some deflections.
Absolutely, they are.
Foul down Hicks, I believe.
I believe that is correct. And it didn't take long for the Stars to catch up as far as the team fouls are concerned.
Yeah.
Both teams now with 8. And we're going to be probably seeing a few free throws because there's still 12:47 remaining in the second half.
Referee's
having a little powwow with
together.
Both teams there, kind of trying to encourage them, as you said. Let's just play ball, fellas.
That's
right. No need for the extracurricular. Let's just play ball.
At the line, number 5. Reeves, he's got 2 points tonight. Make it 3. He's now 1 for 2 at the line.
And thus far in the second half, we've just kind of maintained where we were at halftime as far as the score goes. They had a 7-point lead at halftime, and it's a 6-point lead with 12:46 remaining in the second half.
Anytime we might we might get a spark here, go for a little run. Bethel Wildcats, they got an answer.
They do, and we seem to shoot ourselves in the foot as well. We go on little runs, and then we make a mistake with a turnover, or we let them get another offensive rebound.
Yeah, 5 in a row.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Which obviously
it'll be addressed.
I bet it will. I would not want to be in those practices.
Rico with the handoff. Reeves has it up top.
Nice defense there by Smith.
Typically, you don't have to worry about the shot clock violation. It is down to 10 seconds here.
Good defense there by Morrissey.
Foul's going to be on the floor. No shot attempt.
On the floor, but still in the bonus. So that will send Dre Smith to the line for a 1-and-1. And it looks like we got DeAntrell Beard checking back in for the Stars. Terrell Brown, number 20, back in for Bethel.
Dre Smith takes the ball around his back before he shoots. Doesn't matter what he does before, just as long as it goes in the hoop.
Absolutely. and if that's working for you, do it again.
Yeah, everybody has their own go-to. He's got 8 points tonight. He's perfect from the line, 3 for 3.
Nice.
Full court.
All right, maybe that's the beginning of this little run we had talked about that the Stars need. And
cut to 4.
Still with that full court pressure and almost
good anticipation.
With a steal.
Jay Smith firing out to the ball. I love his enthusiasm right now.
Absolutely, he's hustling. And
good, there he is.
And he's rewarded for that hustle with a steal. Wanted to end that with a dunk and just didn't quite have what he needed to get there.
Ooh, that's a good block. He might have got him with the body, but he didn't get him up top.
He sure did not. That was all ball.
Here's a good replay of it for our guys in the crew. I love it.
Let's watch that again.
Nice. Good block.
A good block. Any foul that there was definitely was with the body.
You know, I'm sure he did with the body. I'm not trying to.
No. You're exactly. Yep. Yes, but foul was on Morrissey, and that sends Javante Ray to the line for the Wildcats, shooting 2. First one is good.
He's 5 for 7 there tonight. He's been there multiple times. This is free throw attempt number 8 for him. Has 11 points. Van Hook going to try to drive, see what he can do with the ball. That's our best offense right there.
Inside. Very nice.
Yep.
Nice look by Dre. Found Morrissey down deep in the lane, and a nice shot cuts the lead to 3.
Could have caught a foul there. Another offensive rebound down low for Rico. Walker's like, let's just set it back up. Ooh. Who's going to get up? Who's going to go get it? I was going to volunteer you to go knock the ball off.
We don't have that much time. These people are eventually going to want to go to bed tonight. Right. If we're going to wait on me to jump up there, we'd have been in trouble.
It's been a very long game already so far.
It has.
A lot of fouls.
Numerous fouls. Early into the double bonus in the first half, and we're one foul away from both teams being in the double bonus now in the second half, and we're not even down to the 10-minute mark.
Sure. Well, I know we had a longer halftime than normal, a touch longer. Yes. Normally, you can think of a college basketball game being played in 2 hours.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
So, and it's not on pace for that.
Quick pitch and catch and shot by Van Hook, but a little long.
Walker, nice stop. Good rebound, only one shot.
That's what you like to see.
And let's push it.
No.
I don't know if he meant to do that or not, but
if it goes through the bucket, it counts.
His first basket. Watch this replay, folks. Jay Smith goes up and under.
Leaves nice. A little short, and there he is charging. Hey, he was aggressive, and he got rewarded for being aggressive.
That's right.
That's
a key word. Be
absolutely
aggressive.
Be aggressive.
Try to do something. I like it. 4 new players in. No, five new players.
I think just wholesale substitution here by Bethel. 5 new players on the floor.
The platoon system.
Absolutely. It looks like ice hockey.
Yep.
But Van Hook at the line, following that tap in, has a chance for an old-fashioned 3-point play. Can't get the free throw, but they have cut the lead to 2, and that's good for the Stars.
A little bit more pressure from the Stars on the defensive end, where it starts. So I'll send Mayberry back to the line.
Foul there is going to be on Morrissey. I'm not sure exactly. Haven't kept up with all his personal fouls. Not sure what number that is, but both teams now have 10 or more, and so are in the double bonus. So from here on out, every trip to the free throw line will be each team shooting 2.
Maybe both teams will agree just not to foul.
that would be good. I don't know that that's going to happen, but that would be would be good.
Say let's not foul no more.
But again, for the Stars, that has been advantageous in that they have been really, really good from the line thus far tonight. Oh, nice look, but a travel. Yep. Nice look by Titus Fields to find Van Hook down in the lane. Just a beautiful pass, but
I think he might have surprised himself. I was like, how am I this wide open?
Exactly. Got a little ahead of himself in a travel there.
So kind of play, they run, give the ball to Mayberry, they go back to the free throw line.
My goodness.
A lot of fouls being called.
Morrissey trying to stand his ground and not swing or swat at the ball, but got called for the foul anyway.
You know, and we're not trying to blame the referees or not, but it might be the pink whistles. All of them have pink whistles.
That very well may have something to do with it, and according to the scoreboard, that was fourth personal foul for Morrissey.
That's not a good sign for us. He's not
going to the bench. And Jamison Hicks, number 52, will check in for Morrissey, going to the bench with those 4 fouls.
I got Morrissey with 21 points.
Wow. He has made a difference when he's been in the game. Hate to have to sit him down for a while, but with 4 fouls, you really don't have much of a choice.
That's right. Titus Fields, he's just a good point guard. You know, he's made a few turnovers, made some mistakes. Everybody has in this game.
Sure.
He's a good little point guard.
The crowd kind of wanted a travel there on Devin Copeland, but wasn't called. Andre Smith with a rebound and unfortunately throws it away on the other end.
Back into the game for the Stars, Al McFarland here.
Yes.
Runs over to guard Mayberry. No, he's going to step back in the press.
Still this court press by the Stars.
See, they got the ball right there in the middle, and the defense has to break down. And it's going to give them a 3. Good rebound.
trying to get it to a guard there, and they finally did, and Fields will have it up top.
He's quick.
Nice first step there.
I think that was a clean block.
And got a 3-on-1 fast break.
Another foul.
And another foul. Basket there by Garrett, and he will have a chance for a 3-point play.
Garrett had 6 points in the first half, has 7 points here in the second half.
Mike Carruthers will come back in for the Stars, number 2. Garrett will be at the line shooting 1, and again, we're at that 7-point deficit where we started the second half.
We've been able to cut it to 2.
I believe so. Have got it down to 2 at one point, but
they haven't really expanded much on the lead.
No, they haven't. We've cut into it a little bit, and then they'll take it back out to 7, 8 as it is right now. Still, very much a winnable ball game for the Stars if they can get some things going, and maybe that's the beginning we need for others with a nice shot.
He's got 4 points, Carruthers does. They call it another foul.
Had some great pressure there. Full court press put on again by the Stars. And Bethel was forced to call a timeout before they got either a 10-second violation or a turnover.
Let's take a timeout, too. Things are getting heated here. You're watching WKCTC basketball action.
The Work Ready Kentucky Scholarship offers 100% free tuition at West Kentucky Community and Technical College for courses that can prepare you for a great job in as little as 13 weeks. Get started at workreadykentucky.com.
Here's hoping you never go astray on life's highway.
Steve Warner and the West Kentucky Community and Technical College Clements Fine Arts Center. For tickets, visit artsinfocus.org.
We're back with the Wildcats inbounding the basketball into the backcourt. There's Jay Smith.
Again,
nice pressure.
Yes, again, some full court pressure there by the Stars, trying to generate some turnovers and see if they can cut into this 6-point lead.
Good down screen. See if we get a rebound. All right.
Yes. McFarland strong on the boards. Absolutely. They've done better about that here these last few minutes, not giving nearly as many second chance opportunities.
Right. Good job.
Good drive and bucket by Fields.
You know, Bethel normally doesn't score on their first attempt. It's a second, the third, and the fourth attempt.
Absolutely.
Now watch him hit this one.
Nope.
See? Nope. They'll score on this one. Or the next one. Good job, Hicks. Be strong with it.
Oh, my goodness.
So again, that was the third attempt. They finally
scored.
Attempt. Timeout by Coach Stanley, it looks like.
Robert Garrett.
Thought he was yelling timeout. You know, we're trying, but there's a difference in, what's that saying, work smarter, not harder. We can work hard, but work smart and just box somebody out.
Yeah, absolutely. Excellent point. Be smart, get your position.
It's 5-on-5. Each person go find somebody. Yeah. As they like to say, put a butt on him, get him out of the lane.
And as we've mentioned, it's not like Bethel has, some 6'9", 6'10", 7-footers.
They're not jumping over us.
No.
It's not like I don't think that, there hasn't been over the back foul call, but we're not even asked for that because we got to box somebody out first to even get that
absolutely.
Position. Yep.
It's just get position, hold position, and, either get the rebound or cause them to come over your back and foul.
If we do that, something good will happen.
Absolutely. Yep. Foul called there on Bethel, and it's going to send Lamont Bell to the line for the Stars.
He's 3 for 4 there tonight. 5 points.
Oh, very nice. Bounced around and fell in. And he's ready for free throw number 2. Good as well, and that cuts the Wildcat lead to 4. And again, some full court pressure.
Again. Mayberry's missed a dunk. He's missed that wide open layup.
Mayberry's having a tough time. I mean, they Stars were doing a great job with the pressure, but Bethel finally broke it and had a wide open layup, and Mayberry couldn't convert. So the Stars are going to have the ball back.
They was not able to respond on that possession. Let's keep it going for the Stars.
Absolutely.
This might be our little run here.
We need a little run, a little momentum swift.
We get somebody in the middle of the court.
Here. All right. Lamont Bell taking it hard to the basket and didn't hit the bucket, but got the foul. So he'll step back to the line and he'll be shooting 2.
Do you think we're getting close to 50 fouls called probably for both teams? It might be getting close.
I would think so.
I bet Gary will know.
I mean, we had, I would think so.
It's been on,
it's been a lot.
The clock, it tells you up until 10. But they don't tell you anymore after that.
Yeah, the scoreboard stops when they get to 10 because both teams are in the double bonus at that point.
And everything else, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, and we got there fairly early in the first half, and we got there even earlier in the second half. Bell hits the second of the 2 free throws. And again, Bethel just seems to be on the verge of a turnover as they try to respond to this pressure by the Stars, but thus far, they've been able to maintain it.
Up by Rico, another second chance opportunity.
Rico Brittman, basket for Bethel, and extends the lead back out to 5 for the Wildcats.
Rico's got 9. It's very balanced scoring. It's not like someone's got 30 points for either team.
Yeah,
one's got 21, but
they don't have a go-to player, but just a very balanced attack. And nice drive and basket there by McDonald.
His second bucket of the game, a 2-pointer and a 3-pointer. Good for him. Nice Euro step there by Mayberry.
Indeed.
But another second chance opportunity.
No foul called, but the ball will be given over to the Stars. DeAntrell Beard checking back in for the Stars. And Terrell Brown will come back in for the Wildcats. Three-point lead for Bethel. See what the Stars can do. Possibility of tying this game up with this trip down the floor.
We've cut into the halftime deficit just a touch. We need a touch more.
Just a touch more. And we'll see.
Carruthers going to run the point here with Titus Fields on the bench. See if we can get something going here. Get some ball screens. Move out the ball. Nice take.
Bell with a nice drive. Couldn't get it to go. Oh! Beautiful follow-up by Dre Smith, and that cuts the lead to 1.
The great tip in. But the answer.
Nice drive by Terrell Brown of the Wildcats.
10 points for Brown. Again, I'll say a balanced attack.
And I think Mike Carruthers was anticipating a foul there, but it was not called. So the ball trickles out of bounds and is turned over to the Wildcats.
When we start to have a run and the crowd gets into it, Bethel has a response every time it seems.
They have thus far.
Will that be another foul on us?
Looks like a foul on number 2, Mike Carruthers. Got just a little too close there as he was trying to, it looks to me like that might be his 5th foul. He may be out of this ball game.
That's what shows up on the scoreboard, for sure.
And evidently they have already subbed for him because he's no longer on the floor. I'm not sure who they brought in. But someone on the bench was aware that that was his 5th and final foul, and they were ready to sub in when that happened.
Over 2 there for Reeves.
McDonald with a nice board. Smith with a drive. And he's going to draw a foul.
We haven't said that yet tonight, have we? Drew a foul?
One of the few times that the word foul has been used.
We
in the
might get close
broadcast.
to 60 fouls.
It's amazing. Looks like Dre Smith's going to be at the line for the Stars, but before he attempts his 2 free throws, Coach Stanley of the Wildcats has called a full timeout.
Okay, Paul, we got under 6 minutes here left to go. If you're Bethel, I don't think you change anything. Keep doing what you're doing.
Right.
But for us, again, besides the offensive rebounding, what can we change? I like to think about that. What can we change? You know, I don't think a 3-point shot really suits our team right now.
No, I don't think we have that. That doesn't seem to be the strength of the Stars right now, for sure.
I think we got to get our hands open, hands more like on the defensive end, our full court pressure.
I agree. The full court pressure, more aggression on the defensive end, looking to cause turnovers, and I think if we can get the ball and run following a turnover, it's going to get us back in this ball game and get us ahead.
We've made 4 threes here tonight, but I don't think that's our specialty.
Doesn't appear to be.
And we don't have a big guy inside, but all of the nitty-gritty, the get up the 50-50 balls or, cutting the mid-range jumper, I think that's more of our game.
I would agree. Dre Smith hits the first to 2 and cuts the lead to 2, 78-76, 5:41 remaining in the second half. Misses the second. So it's a 2-point deficit for the Stars as the Wildcats come back down to their end of the floor. And a turnover. One of the things, Jacob, you just talked about that might be what we need to get back in this ball game, forcing some turnovers and shifting that momentum back to the Stars.
If we can force a turnover before they get a chance to get an offensive rebound.
Yes, there you go.
Our win probability goes up.
Oh. Nice look by McDonald and nice bucket by Morrissey. And look up at that scoreboard. We are tied up.
Morrissey hasn't missed very many inside close tonight. Good cat-like reflexes there by Paul. That was right towards us there.
It definitely was. I was trying to save my broadcast partner there, buddy.
We both had it. We both
we were ready.
I think they should go back to that box play if they.
The box play underneath their basket has worked on several occasions.
Walker,
and now,
their 3-point specialist. Yep, good. I'm glad they didn't call box.
And the Stars are off and running. Beautiful pass by Fields to Smith, and the bucket, and the Stars are up by 2.
But a foul will be called right there.
And again,
probably the one
as
time
is
that
the
really
Stars' custom.
Yep.
Oh my goodness, they have called traveling. I did not see that.
I thought that was a good Euro step.
I didn't see it. Coach Chumbler definitely is not in agreement with the call. And most of the bench and most of the people in the stands are not in agreement with the call.
No.
But it is the call nonetheless, and the ball goes back to the Wildcats. I tell you what, Jacob, I don't know that anyone has left the gym.
I don't think so either. I think this is great. This is great for this club right here. It really is. The support from the fans, that's what they need.
Reggie Lee with a basket for the Wildcats, and that ties this game at 80.
Reggie Lee's first basket of the game.
But it's so nice to see this for the Stars, this first home game, to see this kind of support and enthusiasm from the fan base.
Right.
Beautiful inside move again by Morrissey.
As a former player here, there is such a thing as home court advantage. And,
absolutely.
It's kind of loud in here. It's great to see.
And an answer there for the Wildcats by number 15, Mayberry. And we got a little extracurricular activity following that shot. The referee kind of having to step in, and some of the Bethel players trying to calm down number 22, come on, Garrett. A little upset. Coach Stanley kind of telling him to cool it. In a close game like this, you certainly don't want to get a technical foul, and give the Stars an opportunity for additional free throws. Number 20, Terrell Brown, will check back in for Bethel, and number 22, Garrett, who kind of losing his composure there for a little bit. Going to have him sit down and cool off for a minute.
Very much so. Yep. Somebody's opening up the doors for him and let him cool off a little bit.
Exactly. Let him cool down just a hair, and we'll see if he gets back in the game.
But what a great ball game, like you mentioned.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, Dre Smith with the runner.
Dre Smith. Nice little roll, home court roll there.
16 points.
16 points for Dre. That's nice for this local Fulton County boy.
Yes. Have great success like that. That'll pack the stands too.
Technical foul.
Why did he
and
kick
again,
the ball?
as we just talked about, Jacob, things getting a little heated.
Well, you know, the coach isn't. Coach Stanley did not complain at all about that.
No,
why did he just kick the ball?
Absolutely. I think he knew, know, that you do that, you're going to get a technical. That's just how it goes. Dre Smith will step to the line for the Stars and will shoot the technical free throws. But again, Jacob, just some frustration.
That's right.
Coming through.
Oh yeah.
You know, you've got Bethel has had the lead most of the game, the entire second half until just these last 30 seconds or so, and they've lost the lead here now by 3, and
that's
just,
right on
just
point.
frustrated.
Frustration. That's
yeah,
right on point.
you got to maintain that composure. Still plenty of time left in this game. I think on the scoreboard they just gave that point to Bethel when it should have been our point.
Yep. We'll get that fixed.
Yeah, I think.
But you know, I don't know what to contribute to, but they're not getting the second chance points that they have.
No.
Now we've been getting some steals out front or something.
Absolutely. We have held them to generally here in the last half of this second half. We've held them generally to one shot each time down the floor, and that I think that's been the difference.
100% it has.
And now they fixed the scoreboard. That is the correct score. It's 85-82, the Stars with the lead.
Just over 3 minutes to go.
And Titus Fields back in the game, running the point again for the Stars. I like him. Good little ball handler, sees the floor well.
He's made some turnovers, but everyone has. He keeps his composure. Beard in the lane.
Nice strong move. Just couldn't get the bucket to go. And unfortunately, hustle, which you want to see, but a foul in the process.
73 fouls now. Maybe not that many.
You might be pretty close. Again,
I know Gary is thinking
unofficial here at the broadcast table, but that's probably close.
Who we got at the line? Number 13, Rico. He's our buddy.
Rico.
He carried the mums for us.
Brittman at the line, and he hits the first, cuts the lead to 2. We got 3:01 remaining here in the second half.
Makes Rico 50% at the line, 3 for 6.
And a little full court man-to-man. They pick him up. Dre Smith gets it down low to Beard, but could not convert. And the Wildcats on the run.
Yeah.
And again, the difference here.
Just one shot.
One shot.
Limiting them to one shot. Charge.
Charging foul
Got
called
a little too
against Titus
excited
Fields.
on that one.
Yeah, wanted to make something happen, but in the process of being aggressive and taking the ball to the hole, just a little too aggressive at that point. 1 point game, Jacob. 2.5 minutes left.
Right to the basket. No defense whatsoever.
Javante Ray with an easy bucket, and that puts the Wildcats back up by 1.
Both teams playing man-to-man defense here. See what Beard can do. Looking for a screen. He's going to take himself. No basket.
Foul called on the floor before the basket.
Number 74.
Foul number 74. That was against number 1, Malray. So that's going to send Beard to the line, and he'll be shooting 2.
Well, I said it's on the floor. That really didn't matter until
that's true.
15 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, you're going to get 2 shots for about the last, about the last 15 minutes or so. Both teams in the double bonus. You were going to shoot 2.
Back and forth game it goes.
Notice that shot of the crowd there recently, and again, I don't think anyone has left Haws Gymnasium. Just a great game and a great show of support for the hometown team.
Yes. Well, you know, it's great. The bleachers that we have here, about halfway up, it says, do not set any higher than this. Well, you got to, because there's no seat. It's great.
Yes, limited seating tonight. That's a good problem to have. And a quick basket by DeBarian Marcel. And again, a 1-point game.
Back and forth.
Going back and forth with the lead changes here under 2 minutes. A 1-point lead for Bethel. Oh, nice drive by Dre Smith. And a bucket puts the Stars back up by 1. Javante Ray trying to make something happen there for Bethel, and stumbled, slipped a little bit, and then the ball went off of him out of bounds, so it'll be West Kentucky's ball here on the baseline with 1:32 left in the ball game. Or I should say left in the second half. It may not be in the ball game.
That's right. Yeah, you never know.
As much as this game has gone back and forth, we
Risky
certainly could be
there,
looking. Beautiful play. Finished there by Beard. And the Stars are up by 3. It's so neat to see this crowd into this ball game like this.
And Bethel has a few people too.
I'm telling you, they do. Reggie Lee there with a drive and cuts the lead back to 1, and they have come out with full court pressure. See how the Stars handle it, and they do get it across the midcourt line.
Lazy pass there, try to do a no look.
Fortunate to get that one back. And Dre again with a drive. Dre Smith making his Star debut, and it is a memorable one. Basket and a foul. Puts the Stars up by 3 with 57 seconds left on the clock. And Dre will be at the line shooting the 1-point opportunity at the end of a 3-point play.
Looking for point number 22 as well.
That's amazing.
Great game.
Excellent game. What a great way to start your West Kentucky Star career.
Well, let me ask you this, Paul. Has he gotten better since high school?
He was really good in high school. He really was good. Fulton County didn't have a really strong team. He was by far their best player.
Good.
Nice to see him bring it up to the next level and carry it to that.
Absolutely.
And that is a big shot by their big 3-point shooter, Brandon Walker. And he has brought the lead, or cut the lead to 1 point for the Stars. Dre Smith on the other end, drive and a bucket.
Very nice.
Clock ticking, and the Stars up by 3.
Majority of the people standing up here in Haws Gymnasium.
This is just a great atmosphere. Fantastic. Love to see this for these guys.
See if we can get a stop here. Just one shot opportunity.
Good defense thus far. Not giving them a nice drive there and basket by Reggie Lee. Clock is running, and they're going to have to intentionally foul Dre Smith. 10 seconds remaining on the clock.
Very nice. Comes down to free throws, Paul.
Absolutely.
I would rather take my team than the Wildcats tonight.
Absolutely. Been one of our strengths thus far this game, and we will hope that continues with Dre Smith at the line.
He's
the referee's telling both benches they need to sit down, return to their seats. I guess only the coaches or head coaches are allowed to stand. Dre Smith hits the first, extends the Stars' lead to 2, 97-95.
Dre Smith 8 for 10 at the free throw line. Love to see that.
Dre has just had an amazing West Kentucky Star debut. And hits the second one, extends that lead to 3. And as you can imagine, with 10 seconds left, there's going to be a timeout on the floor for Coach Stanley to meet with his team and try and come up with a 3-point shot to tie this game.
So if we're the Stars, which we are, okay, so the Stars, we're going to try to take the ball out of someone's hands.
Yes.
And I don't want number 3 Walker getting the ball in the next 10 seconds of this game.
He is definitely, as you have seen, he is their 3-point specialist. That's who they're going to want to get the ball to. They're trailing by 3. They need a three-pointer. They're going to want to get it to him. I would do everything, as you said, to deny him getting the ball. Make somebody else take that shot.
That's right. He's made 4 threes tonight. So I don't know. I look to suspect they drive to the basket and possibly kick it out to him. I don't know if a lot of teams in this situation go 2 for 1. Go try to shoot a layup real quick and then foul again.
Absolutely. I would imagine Coach Chumbler is going over what he wants the Stars to do defensively.
That's right.
And we'll see how they match up as we come out of this timeout.
A lot of times out of a timeout like this, when you got a set strategy, if a coach doesn't like the way the other team is set up, they will not take another timeout.
Correct.
Maybe not.
Yes. And they do have to travel the full length of the floor, so that is another advantage to the Stars. They have the ball in, and they are past half court.
4 seconds.
And they're going to head, and the ball is stolen, and that, Jacob, is a grand debut for your West Kentucky Stars 2018 edition.
What a great game. We will be seeing Bethel again this year down in McKinney, Tennessee. That's going to be a great game.
That will be a great game. That will be a really fun game.
Everyone's staying up. It's a great atmosphere here tonight. Hopefully you was able to tune into us, but if you was here at the game, you saw a great game as well.
Absolutely. And again, we are excited about the Stars season. What a great beginning they've had tonight with a 3-point win over Bethel. Again, great fan support. Fans turned out tonight, and they were into this game the entire time.
Very much so.
Very vocal and supportive of the Stars, and it's been great. Just a great atmosphere and a great ball game and a great victory for Coach Chumbler and the Stars.
That's right. Well, stick with us here. We're going to have some post-game interviews. Probably talk to the coach, maybe a couple players. So stick with us here, folks. You're watching WKCTC Basketball Action.
After I retired, I needed a purpose. The main reason I came back to school was to be a role model for my son. West Kentucky, they literally guided me all the way.
Here's hoping you never go astray on life's highway.
Steve Warner and the West Kentucky Community and Technical College Clements Fine Arts Center. For tickets, visit artsandfocus.org.
We are back here at Haws Gymnasium with the head coach, his 4th year with the Stars, Mr. Mike Chumbler. Mike, you learned a lot about your team right there, didn't you?
Yes, we did. We had some guys step up that, Dre came in, really played well. But as a team, I thought we played well. Our defense is so much improved right now. We had lapses. The first half, we rebounded horribly. Mm-hmm. The second half, we rebounded a little better. And the main thing is they don't quit.
Exactly.
They kept
grinding.
Yeah, they kept grinding. And, somebody, Marshawn Morrisley's a different kind of animal.
He didn't miss very much inside.
Well, he's a luxury to have. I mean, we didn't really get to see how high he can jump tonight.
Yeah.
But let me tell you, he can jump.
He can jump.
And
I wouldn't suspect that.
He's got a 40-inch vertical.
Oh, boy.
And he's so strong.
Well, you think about a basketball game, too. You're going to think about your in-game adjustments. You're going to make some adjustments at halftime.
Right.
But more specifically, one of the adjustments I think we did in the last 5 minutes or so, we actually started blocking out a little bit.
We did. We
gave a lot of offense rebounds.
We got a group in there that started playing well together, and we bought some time. We had some guys come in and bought some time. When Marshawn picked up his 4th foul, we had some guys come in and bought us some time.
That's right.
And kept us right there in the game and got us ahead at one point. And that could have been a crucial time. It was a crucial time for us.
That's right. Well, let's wrap up here with just talking about the crowd here tonight. You mentioned as soon as you sat down, what a crowd. I mentioned on the show, too, that this might be the largest crowd that I've ever seen here at Haws Gymnasium.
Well, yeah, and that's special. Our guys, and it wasn't just a big crowd. It was a big, energetic crowd that stayed engaged through the game.
Right.
When we were doing the introductions and started Gold Stars, and I mean, our guys feed off that.
That's right.
And, it means a lot to us, see Dr. Reese over there.
Exactly.
And I looked over at Dr. Reese's wife, and she was having a big time. And that's great. I mean, our guys love to see that.
That's right. Well, there is a thing called home court advantage. So our next game at home is next Tuesday, Southeastern Illinois. What do you know about them?
Well, we haven't played them in a couple years. They'll be good. They'll be much improved. Coach Motsinger, he's retooled that team quite a bit. And I look for them to be good. We'll have to play. We just got to get better each and every game.
That's right. That's right. Well, I know you can take a lot from this game, and I look forward to the next one. Okay, Coach? Congratulations on win number 1.
Hey, appreciate you guys.
We'll be right back with a player, okay? You're watching WKCTC basketball action.
The Work Ready Kentucky Scholarship offers 100% free tuition at West Kentucky Community and Technical College for courses that can prepare you for a great job in as little as 13 weeks. Get started at workreadykentucky.com.
One of the things that was valuable to me with the education I received with mechanical engineering is problem solving. I use problem solving every day, whether it be dealing with a personnel issue or whether it be dealing with something that's failed within the facility. Some of the reasons I came to WKCTC were, for one, the affordability, but then also the fact that there's fewer distractions here. My degree with WKCTC has been able to improve my life significantly because of all the extra resources that were available to me and a lot of the things I've been able to accomplish that I wouldn't have without this degree.
Welcome back, basketball fans. We have the big guy here in the middle, Marshawn Morsi? Morsi, all right. Marshawn, tell everybody where you're from.
I'm from a small town of about 900 people by Current River.
Current River? I've been to Current River.
By Van Buren, East Carter and places down there. It's about 3 hours away from here.
So we were just talking about family. Didn't have a whole lot of family here because you got the distance there, 3 hours away. But I'm sure you got some good family support there. So tell me about, from my standards, I had to get 25 points tonight. That's unofficial.
Okay.
It looked like everything inside just came easy to you.
Yeah, that's we make it an emphasis to get the ball inside. Especially today, we played a smaller Bethel team, so we try to emphasize getting it inside, which we did all right in. But it was the first game.
Exactly.
First game jitters out the way, and I'm just glad to pull out this W.
That's right. Well, some other teams that we're going to play, they're going to be a lot bigger, a lot stronger. But I know that you can, use your force, use your strengths as well.
Use my body against those bigger guys. I'm used to
That's right. So what do you think let's think about something that we can take forward from this game going forward. I noticed that we missed out a lot of box outs tonight.
We did.
We gave a lot of offensive rebounds. Coach Chumber mentioned that at halftime?
Yeah, that was our main focus going into halftime was rebounding because we were getting out rebounded and even running the floor. They're a smaller team, so they're going to get out and push it. But that's the things we got to emphasize. We're going to work on our rebounding, boxing out, and running the floor, and we should be all right.
Very good. So, Marshawn, it was a privilege getting to watch you play your first game as a star. Great opening debut. You got 1 week to get even better, and we'll see you next Tuesday, okay?
All right, sounds good.
All right.
I appreciate it.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
You're watching WKCC Basketball Action. We'll be right back with Al McFarland. All right, like I promised, basketball fans, we're here with Al McFarland. Al McFarland, he's from Madisonville, Kentucky, up in my neck of the woods. I went to Webster County. Where'd you go school at, Al?
Madisonville North.
So big regional rivals between us. So I'm a few years older than you, though. But one thing that I always knew that you brought a good enthusiasm and energy to the ball team.
Yes, sir.
Why don't you talk about that a little bit?
That's just my role on the team. Just play defense, just loose balls, rebounding, just doing whatever I can just to help the team win.
That's right. And tonight that's just something we really needed because offensive rebounding was pretty hard for us tonight.
Yeah. We need to work on it, yeah.
It was. Well, Al, you're one of two sophomores.
Yes, sir.
So have you seen the freshmen starting looking to you a little bit more already in practice?
Yeah. Coach kind of give me like a leadership role. Just call the plays out, make sure everybody's in the right spots. Just making sure we got our defense assignments and everything.
That's right.
He really looks to me, so I'm trying to.
That's right.
Trying to hold it for him.
Well, talk about how it is playing with Coach Chumber. What about his practices? What does he like to do in practice? More defense, more offense?
It's a little of both. We get up and down. We try to run. You see how our style of play is. We just try to get out and go.
98 points. That's a lot of points tonight. 1 by 3. Well, Al, you got 1 week to prepare for Southeastern Illinois. Hope you're ready, okay?
Yes, sir.
We'll be right back. Nice to have you on the show, okay? We'll get somebody else here.
Thank you for having me.
You're watching WKCTC Basketball Action.
One of the things that was valuable to me with the education I received with mechanical engineering is problem solving. I use problem solving every day, whether it be dealing with a personnel issue or whether it be dealing with something that's failed within the facility. Some of the reasons I came to WKCTC were, for one, the affordability, but then also the fact that there's fewer distractions here. My degree with WKCTC has been able to improve my life significantly because of all the extra resources that were available to me and a lot of the things I've been able to accomplish that I wouldn't have without this degree.
Here's hoping you never go astray on life's highway.
Steve Warner and the West Kentucky Community and Technical College Clements Fine Arts Center. For tickets, visit artsandfocus.org.
Point guard for the Stars, number 1. Why don't you introduce yourself?
My name is Andrea Smith, and I'm from Fulton County High School.
Go ahead.
We went 9-0 in the district.
9-0 in the district last year. Very good. So you just graduated 2017, so this is your first year of college basketball. What do you think about this atmosphere tonight?
I didn't think of much of it at first, but as long as I went on, I got comfortable and just went out and played.
I think it's so important to have a home court advantage, and they was really getting into the game there at the end. When you was making all the steals and going shooting layups, you had a lot of wide open layups tonight.
Yeah, they was getting fired up, and our defense wasn't talking on D. So once we got to talking on defense, we accelerated.
Exactly. So I want to ask you this question, okay? You think about tonight's game; it just got over with, okay? What's one thing you can take forward into your next game to get better on? What's one thing maybe you can get better at? Defense, go getting the loose balls. What do you think?
Getting on the floor and talking on defense.
That's right. I think so too, okay? So you got 1 week until your next game. You know who you play?
No, I'm not.
That's right. That's one game at a time. I like it.
Yeah.
Southeastern Illinois, Tuesday night at 7 o'clock. You going to be ready?
Yes,
right.
sir.
I hope the next, hope for the same enthusiasm, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. We'll be back with Mr. Gary McLean. You're watching WKCC Basketball Action.
My name is Jessica Smyrna, and I go to West Kentucky. A year ago, I was in a dark place, and West Kentucky has really helped me to become a better person, being a single mother with 2 children. I realized that working in that dead-end job was not going to make it, so I'm doing this for my children, and with the faculty and staff here, they have helped me tremendously. Every day, I'm a new person. Every day, I'm able to grow better and stronger inside and out. Where I was last year is not who I am today.
Folks, throughout the whole game, anything I say is unofficial. We have the main man, the stat man, Mr. Gary McLean, the official stat book keeper. I just asked him how many fouls were called during that game.
we had a grand total of 64 fouls called during
Now
that
say
game.
that again, loud and proud.
64.
But
did I say 64?
64 fouls. That's why it's almost 11 o'clock right now. But 31 on us, 33 on them. Very balanced.
That's right.
Very balanced.
And as I start my 10th year doing these keeping
10th
books,
year. Well,
I'm so excited.
Happy anniversary.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Well, folks, I'm going to turn it over to him. If you're new to the show, he gives down a rundown of all the players and their scoring. So let's hear it, Gary.
All right. We had Dre Smith. He had 23 points, was our high man tonight. We had Mike Carruthers, who had 4. We had Alex Van Hook, who had 2. We had Titus Fields with 8. We had Dontrell Beard with 12. We had Quincy McDonald with 5. Jashad Fleming did not score tonight. He got to play, didn't get any points on the board. We had Lamonte Bell, who had 8. We had Al McFarland, had 2. We had Elgin Moore, had 2. We had Jamison Hicks, had 6. And hang on just a second. I just lied a minute ago. Forgive me, folks. But Andre was Smith was second tonight. He had 23, where we had Marshawn Morrissey had 26 tonight. So a grand total of 98 points from a good come behind on that
very
part. That
nice.
was great. And for Bethel, we had Lee, who had 6. We had Walker, had 12. We had Brittaman, had 11. Mayberry had 7. Garrett had 16. Malray had 6. Van had 1. Reeves had 3. Ray had 14. Marcel had 9. Perry did not score. Brown had 10. And then I had Kolbert, Van Dyke, Copeland, and Spears. Didn't have no scores for any of them for a total of 95 points.
Very good game. It was back and forth
Awesome
at the end.
game.
You know, great crowd here, not Gary. I don't know that I've seen more people in the stands.
This was the best crowd I have seen in a number of years.
You've been here for 10.
That's right. But like I say, we want to encourage everybody to come out and be with us again,
That's right.
because I think that helped spur the team on there, especially at the end when it's kind of nip and tuck, back and
That's
forth,
right.
back and forth. So,
next home game is Tuesday night at 7 o'clock. We're going to wrap things up here this evening. But a nice night, nice evening here at Haws Gymnasium. A 3-point win, but more importantly, other things going on in life as well. A nice tribute to Donny Rudolph. We want to thank so many people for that. I just want to name a few. Dr. Reese, Amy Elmore, Tammy Thompson. Thank you guys for all you do. For all the people behind the camera, Dan Shepard, Brandon Story, Chris Adams, Lawrence Johnson. Thank you guys for what y'all do for us to make another season successful. So let's just keep this ball rolling and do it a few more times this year.
Let's do it. Let's keep it on the roll.
My name's Jacob Scott. This is my buddy
Gary McLean.
We'll see y'all next Tuesday at 7 o'clock. You've been watching WKCTC Basketball Action.